whatever you want to create,
or whatever, however you want it to fail. You know, it could have a random chart or something, which is cool. I mean,
I vote no on spells backfiring.
no, well, meh.
No, I've played campaigns like that. It sucks ass.
Oh, you opened the door.
Well, I mean, as long as it's fair and it's not being like used as a punishment.
Well, once again, as long as it's being used in accordance with the kind of like framework of the situation.
Right. Yeah, and you could have, I mean, and you could also have critical hits where, you know, maybe you lose a limb or
in my GURPS game
or something.
In my GURPS
cool.
game,
yeah,
one of my party members and I were sparring just to, you know, pass the time, and we were in a long space travel and we were sparring, and I crit failed and she crit success in the same, you know, scenario, and she broke my leg.
mm-hmm.
That sucked. It's not a campaign with magic. Yeah,
Right.
It took days.
Yeah. Well, and it,
okay. It's still a high tech level, so it healed faster than, you know,
I mean,
normally would.
yeah, you can.
No, it sucked.
But I mean, it's one thing. It's like you're in a. If you're just traveling from point A to point B and you're sparring, and okay, your shit's fixed by the time you're done.
Let me in.
You know, by the time you land, that's not too bad. But
Yeah,
if it's right in the middle of something
it,
going down, and you can't limp around, yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like the.
No. I've been in campaigns where you rolled a 1 and you stab yourself in the foot. No, it sucks.
Well, yeah, or you break your weapon, or you accidentally hit another party member because they're close by. I mean, hey, you've seen SCA combat. You know what it's like.
Yeah, I've had my horse shot by friendly fire because they crit failed. Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's.
And I mean, it doesn't have to be a massive percentage, but like on a D100, I mean, 5% chance you maybe hit somebody else, and then the bigger majority of it is, it just you miss, and you don't get to make an attack next round because you're so off balance, or, you know, something like that.
Well, my son dodged a bullet this week. He was able to change his school schedule. We almost lost him.
Oh, shoot.
Right above us.
I'm still in a class, just online.
Yeah.
Oh, that would not be good.
No, you need the Despeta.
Yes.
The Despeta is required.
Yes, we would really miss you.
Do you know who else is going to be doing the Monday game?
Was that Asborn? I couldn't catch all that. Fuck this
Sorry,
shit.
Wow, really? Ivar, what'd you say?
You deserve that.
It's okay.
Alright. Time to close Apex Legends. Everyone's here, right?
You're talking about the new Monday game?
Yeah, I just wondered who's playing or not. If you know who's playing.
I'll be there.
That's cool. Okay.
And I think we're asking Haley.
Yeah, Haley will be there. You, Ivar. So we got 2 new people we need to bring in.
Patrick is also available.
Good.
Just no flakes.
Yeah, it is a studio game. We don't want any flakes like Tobias.
Uh-oh.
And Patrick is also is also kind of a little butthurt about not being invited too, because Haley was invited.
Well, she is cuter than him, so.
She is cuter than him, yes.
Why can't we see anybody? What's wrong? What's going on here? All right. Well, yeah. Getting him introduced to D&D early. Remember when, like, in the 80s where everybody's like, D&D is satanic. Everybody's worshiping the devil.
Smart. And Mar like, what?
I'm literally like looking
But
through
don't-
my spell book, and I'm like, if anything, it's just super hyper nerd because you're like, what strategy would work best? What do I need?
Right.
Yeah, I don't remember it being satanic, but you know.
Oh no, it was like everybody, all the churches were like against Dungeons and Dragons, and everybody's going
Really?
crazy.
Now it's just
Oh
video
hey, I
games.
see a little head. I see a little girl.
It was like Satan Mania back in the like mid '80s was Satan Mania, where everybody's like, "Oh my god, someone got murdered and there's a pentagram. It must be devil worship." And there was dudes that made money going to like police departments and teaching them about satanic worship.
Well, nowadays, like I
D&D.
said, it's just the video games. Anything bad happens, they're like, it's because they played video games.
It's because now, everything's nowadays us nerds are off the hook with the Dungeons and Dragons. Now it's the violent games they play cause them to do stuff.
Wasn't playing D&D like when it first came out like
Well-
really bad
well-
because of pushing conservatives?
Yeah,
Like,
well, no, you
Grand
wouldn't-
Theft Auto.
it's demon worship.
My wife was specifically told by her parents to not play Dungeons and Dragons because it was Satan worship.
Grand Theft Auto's a terrible game.
Oh yeah,
Terrible.
yeah.
I love that game.
Unless you like beating hookers and taking their money. I mean,
Jason loves playing that game. It's a terrible game.
Well, there
Yeah,
are some
before-
that I'm like, yes, they are fun. I also think 10-year-olds should not be playing them. Like,
yeah, right. Like I don't think anybody
No, I
under
think
like
10-year-olds should
18
be
should have a
relegated
phone
to
either.
violent cartoons.
The
Not
only thing
violent video
10-year-olds should be able to play is like Pokemon, and that's it.
Or maybe
honestly.
16.
Oh, yeah.
16 or 17 they can have a phone, but under
you
that,
should have
no.
heard when Deadpool the movie came out, that was my big shock. Is that my students came in talking about how much they loved it, and I was like, you should not have watched that.
Yeah.
That's a no.
Mommy and Daddy let us watch it.
I think
How old are
my
your
brother and sister were freshmen in high school when I got them cell phones.
I got mine in
Because-
high school.
I got mine in high school.
Yeah.
I think high school is like a good age because like that's when you actually need it 'cause you go out more.
Oh my goodness.
totally
Happy
a 10
Monday,
second.
everybody.
Tuesday.
We're back. Tuesday. See?
Happy Tuesday.
That's what
Yeah.
happens when you have a
You
baby.
just screwed up a
I
bunch
know,
of people
right?
smoking pot right now. They're like,
I
what?
know. What, bro?
What, dude?
What the fuck, man?
Thought
That
it was
old
like
fart
Tuesday,
doesn't
bro.
know it's
Time travel. It's time
Tuesday.
travel.
The year
travel.
1944, bro. I mean, get with it.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I mean marijuana aficionados, not potheads.
I don't know. I think they prefer the retro term these days because of the, social stigma of being called an aficionado.
I don't know.
Welcome back, everybody. We are plus a player, although he doesn't get to play quite yet.
Plus a
Jeez.
player?
Well, yeah, Sebastian.
The baby.
Oh right.
You know that
yeah.
that creature that crawled
The
out
zero
of you?
level human
Yeah.
I don't think he crawled out of me.
with one
I
hit
had to
point.
do a
Oh,
lot
I
of
don't
work.
know. It was a
Child.
24-hour event. He crawled.
That's intense.
It was a 36-hour
Proficiency in
event. Thank you very
pooping.
much.
You know what I mean.
Yes.
His
Never short
jaundice,
the hours.
his
Don't do it.
jaundice is gone.
Yay!
He's got the chubby cheeks. He's gaining weight. He's doing all the things that newborns should do when they are.
He will be on stream
feasting
later when
on
he's
the mama
awake.
milk.
He'll have a full
He'll be-
beard within a week.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A full white
he
beard.
Does have,
Chest
he
hair
does
within
have a
3.
full head of hair.
I
does
know,
have a full
right?
head of
Dude
hair.
came out with a full head of hair and a full set of teeth. I don't
He
even
did.
understand how that
No,
happened.
thankfully he did not come out with a full set of teeth. That would
You got
really
the
hurt.
chompas.
No.
Not even baby teeth, just human-sized, like regular teeth.
Oh my gosh, like those
Full-sized.
memes, like those memes with the teeth on the animals and stuff.
Kind of like the shark, great white shark with human teeth. That one's so great. I wish they did look like that. I'd go swimming.
don't think I would still want to swim with sharks. No. I've swam with sharks. No.
I swim with
too.
sharks. It's fine.
I want to go
swam
in a
with sharks.
cage to see great whites, but I don't want to be out like in the wilderness with
I've-
them.
I've swam with dolphins. I've swam with turtles.
I heard,
Yeah.
I heard
Hammerhead.
dolphins are like
Scariest?
horny and they try to hump you when you're in the water.
I did not
No.
have that happen.
Oh, okay. They
The
kind of get up
scariest,
on you.
though, was a school of barracuda. That was scarier than a shark. Just-
Yeah.
So I see Asborn has
Cool.
updated his name yet again.
Gauntlet haver.
Gauntlet Haver.
Haver for a hot second.
Haver of the Gauntlet.
Haver of the
Haver of the Gauntlet. Oh my God. Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome back. We are back on schedule. We had part 1 of the Monday finale, Faerun Reborn. We've got one more part coming up next Monday, and then that 2-year campaign will be coming to its conclusion.
I really think we're gonna take a side quest.
No,
Yeah.
you've hit all the milestones. You're
Till we hit
level
20th level.
18.
We're gonna take a side
You're level
quest.
18. Hell, you're level 15
What?
in this game, and I still don't know how much further we're gonna go.
Hey, we're gonna
I
go.
mean,
We're gonna go back and try to find. Oh wait, who is it? Oh, gonna have to look now.
Woolsville. We're gonna go back to Woolsville, and we're gonna put the.
No, we're gonna
you
go back and-
definitely- You
we're gonna
definitely missed a couple milestones. I'll give you that. There were 2 other milestones out there, so that those that were in the campaign the longest would have an opportunity for level 20.
We're gonna
But
go looking for Fog. Remember
go
Fog?
looking- yeah,
Yeah, he was
the
kidnapped.
Genasi, the air
We're gonna go all the way
Genasi.
back
Yeah,
and look for him.
I almost incorporated
Yeah,
him into the
absolutely.
final battle, but I wasn't sure how to do it. So I just
And
left
Iron
it alone.
Bones. We're gonna find Iron Bones. We lost him in the
Oh
city.
yeah, the halfling gnome or whatever.
Thief thing. Yeah.
Thief thing.
He played that character pretty cool. It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked him. Yeah,
Yeah.
when he was like bathing in the horse trough
Yeah.
Wait a second.
and running around naked in the tavern.
So our schedule has been updated. We've got some more changes coming. Monday will be on hiatus after we conclude next week. But next week, if you're here, please join our Discord so that you can be a part of the giveaway. We've also officially kicked off our 500 follower giveaway. We are at 418 followers. When we hit 500, we will be kicking off that giveaway and giving that out to random winners within our 500 follower group. But yeah, join our Discord because next Monday we're doing our dice, miniature, and book giveaway. The miniature is actually really cool. It's a gargantuan red dragon, so it should be a lot of fun. The dice is pretty cool. It's which one did I do this time? Let me look it up. It is the. Is it the coffee?
While he's looking at that,
It is the
Asborn,
coffee
on the
dice.
side on the side of your camera,
The
that
coffee
looks like
dice that I
it's
wanted,
a
Mara.
ventriloquist dummy that's
Oh.
in the side of your camera, and it's like stalking you. Just saying.
What is
Take it
that?
off.
What the heck?
It
Oh.
could have been. Okay. All right. See, it
Yeah,
was
this
a head.
is
It was a
really
face.
strange, dude.
Wow.
You have
That-
like
that just
women's
got-
heads.
I
That
just
just got
pulled on
super-
the camera a bit too hard.
You have
I was gonna.
pulled on.
I was
You
gonna.
pulled on
show
what
you-
a bit too hard.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about the things you tug on too hard, buddy. You're a college
Yeah, especially with a woman's head in your
hand.
room. He's got 30 of them. You just don't see him, and he's like, "You
You
guys
just
are my
broke out the
girlfriends.
camera. What a nub.
They're all in the background. No, it's
You guys are
OBS.
my girlfriends."
I'm
Do you guys
sorry.
understand how much money he spent on that thing, by the way?
This.
Oh,
it's
I
pretty
bet.
Big.
Guess.
How
Don't
cute
get, come on,
is
guess.
that?
But why is her head off?
It's like 1 foot by 2 foot.
Why was her head off?
Because it's I placed. This is actually the best spot to put my camera, just in general. So I have it on my statue, and then I take their head off, so it's not in the camera.
Great. You have to decapitate someone to have your
Oh
camera work.
my
That's
God.
just
That's awesome.
great.
You're
That's
such
I also find it funny to leave it in sometimes because it's just a giant head lurking in the foreground.
No, that's awesome. That's
That
great.
is
That's great. I love it.
hysterical. Yeah, so join us next Monday for the giveaways. Follow us to be a part of the 500
So
giveaway. Hang out with us tonight. I'm not really sure where these guys are going, but they're going somewhere. I think they finally chose to go to Darktoe when we were last here, but we'll do a recap in a moment. But our schedule is down below. Monday will turn into a creative day starting the first week of February, second week of February, because Monday's the 31st next week. That will be a creative period in February as I finish writing the new in-studio campaign for Mondays, and we're going to be in the lands of Isilra and the Dawn City known as Vasselheim, as that campaign will be called Pike's Promise. And we will be dabbling in that part of the world. There's very little content. It's all wide open, Wild West frontier shit. And it's going to have a very kind of traditional explorative narrative. And we'll be playing live in the studio, so I get to use all my toys. And, you know, and all that kind of fun stuff. So that'll be a lot of fun. Tuesday is us. Wednesday is the Descendants. That'll be wrapping up in March. That was always meant to be a very short run campaign, as I was doing a lot of rules testing, character creation testing, and encounter testing. And it's a 1920s alt history game, which may see another iteration later on. I don't know yet. I like it and I don't like it. I like it because of the players. There's some nuance to it that I could have done a little bit better that is more about me and what I prepared. Thursday is Star Wars Rebooted. The Lost Tales will be coming back with 2 new players. Whether or not we come back this Thursday or next Thursday, I don't know. I'll have to reach out to Enigma and find out about the schedule. Friday, nothing. I have nothing planned Friday. I might be doing some creative stuff. I don't know. Saturday, the Graying Lands over at the D&D Club, so join us over there. I have not put the link in my Abouts yet. I will get that done tomorrow. And then Sunday, the Debtor's Gambit and an Absent Throne. Now, an Absent Throne was supposed to come back this Sunday, but 2 of our players are still gone, so I think we will do another one-shot. Assuming Ivar is not upset because his favorite blouse didn't come out of the laundry correctly, perhaps he will finally join us for that one. We'll have to see how he feels, I suppose. Of course, he's giving me eyeballs and face. And a right hand signaling something.
Okay.
I think he's saying that I'm number 1, and I agree with him.
That's
Very
it.
good man. Very good man. And then, yeah, we do the whole week all over again. So, yeah, come hang out. Come over to our Discord. We have lots of new games spinning up in our Discord. If you're interested in hosting, running your own game, and you do not want to deal with the nightmare that is Discord, come on over, PM me, and we'll get you set up and get you ready to go. So, with that is all of our housekeeping. All of our housekeeping, people. Now it's time to die. Let's talk about where we last left off. So, the mental prison solved, the story of Gwendolyn understood. We learned a couple things. One, we learned a little bit more about the brooch that was given to Marakai Brecht, who's now married to Albin Brecht. We still continue to have concerns about the nature of communication with Albin and possible magical interception. The ship, Tobias's ship, is being continuously worked on. But we've had some downtime. Even though the personal guards of the estate were nearly poisoned to death, and then the personal residents infiltrated by these strange constructs, the team managed to successfully defend the estate, gain some time and a little bit more influence on the Sinclairs. The armed forces of the Sinclairs have been assembled and are in the process of marching towards the entrance to the Morrow Valley in anticipation of possible invasion by Shulaman's forces. The Zorhashian Queen, the Bright Queen, the leader of the Kreen, is currently prosecuting her own campaign across Zorhash and into the sea, and then eventually making her way to Nicodranus. However, it's the Zadash forces that were destroyed or nearly destroyed, and the strange storm-like calamity that befell the Morrow Valley. With most of everything in a bit of chaos and uncertainty, the team has taken a little downtime. They have received items from the personal vault of the Sinclair estate. They have taken some time to learn crafts and make new potions, make new infusions. More importantly, learn more about the nature of being a druid, or the understanding of the potential of what Mima and the level of involvement in Mima. We also learned some very much nuanced detail in regards to Mara's past related to her father. It would seem that Mother may not have been completely honest, but there may have been others involved in making sure that honesty had never come forthright, as it would appear that it was his magics and his constructs that created the ability for the 9 effigies of the betrayer gods to be banished, the council disbanded, and then the vestiges secured away in the Stormlord's vault. It's this situation that we find ourselves in. The team has gathered the estate. They've done their research, done their understanding of preparing themselves, and now it's morning. The decision the previous night was to make for Darktoe, I believe. On this morning, it's busy activity, and the estate is not only alive with the energy of the armed forces of the Sinclair family of the Ashen Valley, organizing, forming up the 1,000-strong infantry, the 500-strong cavalry. Asmon has already gone off to join a very young elven influencer that goes by the name of Alora Visora, and she's traveling with some Dragonborn as well as Asmon in an attempt to learn more about what is going on, not only in the Morrow Valley, but possibly make her way over in the direction of Hollyhead and make some discoveries there as well. Leaving our team to choose some possible destinations, and they've chosen Darktoe. The outside of the home that you guys have taken refuge in is now awash with wagons, preparation of equipment. A mile-long baggage train has already come into existence as the main force is assembling this morning. Asborn, most of your morning is spent receiving orders, giving orders, putting those in charge that you can trust. Once that is done, you kind of come back to where the rest of the team is assembling and going through their equipment. It's mid-morning at this point. The airship is being loaded up as you speak. There are some changes that have been made, but nothing major, mostly designed to improve the armor of the airship. As all of you approach the airship with the intent of taking the discs up to the ship and then taking possession back. Tobias, did you ever name, is it the Crimson Mouse too? Did you go with that? Or is it the Crimson Revenge? You're muted.
I thought it was the Crimson Revenge.
It's the
Crimson
Crimson
Revenge.
Revenge.
That's right. It's the Crimson Revenge. I always forget about that boy. The Crimson Revenge. With that, all of you are floating up towards the ship, and you begin to realize that the hull of the vessel is heavily laden with a thin metallic sheen of overlapping plates that seem to have now given the hull a bit of a metal fabrication look about it. But it's not very reflective. It almost absorbs the light to a certain degree. The Luxodon engineer that you eventually have the conversation with as each of you land on the deck of the ship as he prepares to leave. Well, I've made a few changes. We've reinforced the hull of your ship. Your whole hit points are now 356.
That's fail RP.
Well, no, that's fourth wall. I don't want to explain it other than this way.
-1.
Okay. Right,
it was
writing that
3
down.
So it was 350. So it's 356 now.
No, it wasn't 350 before, I don't think, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, because you gave me the stats and I wrote them down.
Oh, no, in that case, you would be 456. It adds 106 hit points with the plating.
Okay, 450.
I thought you were 250. That's what I thought you were. That'd be my bad.
Oh, that's right. Thank God.
By the
I
way,
wrote
how are
something
you
down.
doing, son?
I'm good.
What about the AC?
I've got you, old man, in one ear, and then my chemistry teacher in my other ear. So
So 2 old men.
So 2 old men in here.
yeah, but this guy has $2 million in patents, so he's better.
Oh, well, gee, thank you. I appreciate it.
But yet he's still a teacher, really? Okay.
He retired.
All right.
to teach.
So, did I?
Did
left
the
my
armor
water
class
in.
increase?
Yeah, what's your AC now?
8.
It is now an AC 15.
Oh, that sounds good.
Guys, don't look. I'm eating yogurt with the Asian soup spoon.
I don't know what that means.
That
man,
that
whatever floats your
sounds
boat.
legit. I mean, sure. Yeah.
Oh, like, yeah, I know what you mean. I love this.
I ran out of normal spoons, and I don't want to do the dishes while I play D&D.
You use that word normal very loosely, my friend.
I mean, it just looks like a spoon. It looks like a
Looks like,
spoon.
looks
It's
like a
fine.
giant spoon.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
for soup.
Neo, there is no spoon.
All right. He's improving my ship. That means get ready, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to
Air
be
battle.
combat.
Aerial battle.
Does
all.
the ship go faster? That's what I want to know.
Of
No.
course, there's going to be combat.
Yeah.
Actually, slower now that it's heavier.
Yeah, it only goes reverse now.
Back it up.
I
We
gave
go
you
back in
solid
time.
gold plating, but it's stuck in reverse.
So, smart ass is all. Smart ass. I swear.
And
to
it can
God.
only turn left.
On
Is that our
Tuesdays.
ship?
On Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, it turns right.
There we go. Look at
Don't,
that.
hey, this ship's already screwed up enough without you guys helping coming up with stuff to screw it up more. Took the magic away from it.
Fair enough.
It's
He
magic
did take the
again.
magic away.
Who needs magic when you have science?
We remagicked it. It's fine.
So, who is going to be charting the destination?
Not it.
I will help.
I mean,
I think
I assume I can help. Considering
Yeah,
I
you
can
can
like,
Mara's,
survival.
Mara's the first
all
mate. I
early
think she's
morning
been doing that a
looking at maps,
lot. but-
Directing my troops.
I can help Mara because I've got pretty good survival.
Oh, I don't have good survival. I should.
I don't know what's the roles for that. What roles do you have to make to do a chart?
First of all, you need to give me an intelligence check.
Because I have like navigators tools and all kinds of
Who's,
stuff.
All of
who's
us?
doing the intelligence check?
No, whoever's doing the charting, whoever's involved is either going to make their own check, or you're going to be assisting someone who's doing it.
I'm not very smart, so I'll aid Mara.
Okay. So I
Okay.
get advantage then?
Yes, give me advantage on your intelligence check for starters.
Alright. 14?
14. Now give me survival with advantage.
Oh.
I was-
21.
There you go.
21. There are a couple routes you could take. You definitely want to try to avoid the Ashkeep Keeper Peaks. There's a concern that getting too close to the border and the areas where Shulaman's forces might be in control could present some challenges. But there's not much known about the Morrow Valley as to the condition and whether or not his forces are involved near the valley entrance. There is the ability to go further north and west, go up into the north of the Morrow Valley, make your way over the not the Floquet Alps, but make your way over the Dunrock Mountains and come down and around Darktoe. Unfortunately, that's the longest route, but probably the safest route. The Ashkeeper Peaks the shortest route, but the most dangerous route. And then taking the Morrow Valley, like just going out into the flats of the Morrow Valley and charting a course straight through like the valley entrance and out towards Darktoe, while not quite the fastest and not quite the most dangerous, it's still, presents some challenges. And the weather conditions are ongoing. They're very random. As all of you are kind of like on the deck of the ship, and it's gradually rising off the stanchion lines. The lines are being coiled back inside, and the crew is shifting about, doing their normal things that they do. You kind of begin to realize that the weather's finally turned. Winter is pretty much here. There are occasional snow flurries. There are occasional conditions of cold. The storm that you experienced some days ago that nearly wiped out the Zedashian forces are very much coming and going and ebbing and flowing. There's a very unnatural reality to the weather at this point.
Was that the electrical storm that you're talking about?
Yeah, the one that did a significant amount of damage to the city of Zadash.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we have 3 options: the slow and safe, fast and dangerous, and then like medium.
Kind of in between. Because
Okay,
with the 21, I mean, you got all your options in front of you.
I guess it's how reckless are we feeling, friends? Samara's not feeling reckless. Captain?
I'm a chicken, and I'm very squishy, so I'm always gonna err on the side of caution.
We're always reckless, guys.
Captain, how reckless are you feeling?
Why are you even asking?
It's your ship. I mean, we could
no,
potentially
this
damage
is-
your ship.
I think you'll be surprised for me to spout this out of my mouth, but I'm going to say it. I don't want to meet these people when we're already been through 5 battles to get there, so I say the long way around.
Fair
Not
enough.
even the medium route?
No.
All right. Captain says.
Then we'll get there refreshed
I'm shocked.
for whatever horrors await us over there.
For whatever horrors.
Because you know what happens to us. I mean, we're going to take the safest route, but is it really going to be the safest route?
It's gonna be a route.
It'll be a route.
I feel like safe is relative.
I feel like it'll be the safest, but who knows? We can't walk 3 miles without running into an ancient dragon around here, so keep
there's no lake
the
for me
lightning
to jump
guns
into, so
keep
we're
the
okay
lightning
on that
guns charged.
So with this route chosen, going up and over the Dunrock mountain range and down across the Cyrios Mountains, opposite of the Trustenwald entrance into the valley near the Wyvern Gates. This is about a week-long journey by airship that will take you just past the Hirschstar Peaks. And once over the Hirschstar Peaks, you'll make your way over the Bestefta Isle and in the direction of Darktoe Isle. This is the longest route. The other routes could be 3 to 5 days. This one's 7 to 10 days, depending on the weather. So we're going to use a travel mechanic with this to kind of aid us in the expectation of where you're going. So first, you will be leaving the Ashen Valley. So let's fix that really quick. And go into...
Give us a new map.
It's not going to be that much newer. It's just going to be a little bit more focused.
Oh.
Maybe. If it arrives. Oh, it's hidden. There we go. So we can get rid of the Sinclair Estate map since you are
hell are
leaving
we?
that as well.
Get rid of that balloon. I can't see anything.
How about if I just move it out of your way, you old
Oh, okay,
fuck?
there you go.
How dare you call me an old fuck, you old fuck.
That's age aficionado to you.
Hey, we got Zune and Nicodranus back on the map. Yay. Nope.
And it goes away.
Just
Where are we at right now?
So, from your guys' perspective, you can see where Trustenwald is.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And then
okay.
you see the valley on the other side of Trustenwald.
Yeah.
you guys are in that Ashen Valley area. That's where the Sinclair estate resides. You are going to take a route that'll take you over the Hirthus mines, over the Tuscan Vale, past Brumpkin Hills, and over the Dunrock Mountains of the southern route, and then drop behind the Cyrios Mountains, over the Herstar Peaks, and then off into the direction of
We're
Darktoe.
going way north.
Yep.
All right, Captain.
Well, do I hear descent in the ranks?
Nope.
I didn't think
You
so.
all, even if it was a party, you'd still hear descent in the ranks.
Yeah.
I'm turning the wheel that
I
direction.
know. This crew can't do anything like without complaining about it.
But you're
But
the biggest
I've
complainer.
come used to it. We are pirates. It's not like this man's navy.
Are you really pirates? Have we really not unburdened ourselves with that label?
We haven't
Um,
stolen any loot in a
We're
very
astral
long time.
pirates. We're astral pirates,
We're
and we stole the
astral
ship.
Okay, fair enough. The ship, yes.
You did steal the ship.
But I
Now
have
we're
not
arguing
had
if we're
treasure.
pirates or not. Oh my god.
We raided another ship and took it for our own. That's good enough for me.
Sounds piratey enough to be called pirates. We're the last pirates in the known world, which is even
So-
better.
The first part of this journey will take you over the Alfeld Fields, past the Cyrinos Forest. Now, this is a route that's relatively safe because this would have been the area that the Luxon city had been brought back into existence. The Ivory Heart, well established. So the first 2 days of your journey is mostly dealing with the weather. Who is piloting the ship for the first 2 days?
I'll
So I have a
pilot the ship.
question.
Yes.
What sort of weather are we dealing with?
The occasional sleet and rain, and then heavy winds, and then thunderclouds. Kind of a mixed mash of weather.
Taking us
So
up to 36,000
I have
feet.
control weather.
Okay.
May I use that.
Read the spell to me.
I need
What
to
if we
pull
just
that
get
up.
above the weather, like at 20,000
So
feet?
I was charting. That's different than piloting. That's not what you're asking.
You can still assist whoever the pilot is. Charting
Okay.
is setting the course.
Okay, so I'll assist whoever's piloting.
So it says for this one, you take control of the weather within 5 miles of you for the duration. It's concentration up to 8 hours. You have to be outdoors, obviously.
Okay.
When you cast the spell, you change the current weather conditions, which are determined by the DM based on the climate and season. You can change precipitation, temperature, and wind. It takes 1d4 times 10 minutes for the new conditions to take effect. Once they do so, you can change the conditions again. When the spell ends, the weather gradually returns to normal. Blah, 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 blah. And it gives me lots of different stages for temperature, wind, and precipitation.
I would say if you're willing to burn that spell once every morning for the next 2 days, it will gain you a day's worth of travel.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yay.
That's what you're going to do over your course of 2 days. Tobias, give me a sleight of hand check for
Samara
piloting.
has earned her
With-
rations.
With advantage.
Grog.
With advantage, because Mara is aiding you as well.
All right, hang on a second. There we go. So, sleight of hand. Ooh, that's really good. I got a 30.
Give me performance with advantage, please.
Performance. Dirty 20.
Nice. So the first 2 days goes by. Anybody want to do anything in particular during this 2 days? Samara, you will be busy with the weather management.
But
Mara, yeah.
if I'm concentrating, like, do I have to be like concentrating on it, or can I read my book too?
You tell me. What does it say from a spell effect?
I mean, it's concentration in that I can't cast another concentration spell.
That's fine. I'll say that'll at least take up half your day to manage it.
Okay.
And then the rest of your time you can be working on whatever you want to work on.
Okay.
If I can pilot the ship and do something else, I'll be tinkering with that pistol to try to get it to function right.
Fair enough. Spend a couple days in passive, kind of working and tinkering with that.
Got
Anybody
pretty
else want
close
to work
the
on
last
anything
time.
for a couple days?
Oh, what could I work on?
Oh, Fire, can I have some of your hair?
Coughing up that hairball. that you
Sure.
I need it for reasons.
have for licking yourself.
Not suspicious at
well-
all.
I mean, I'll tell you what. You can have your hair, but you can have my hair, but you have to brush me.
Okay, fair enough.
Excuse me, but I need an adult.
That
Asborn's
kind of collection
eyes.
would work, right? Or do you need to cut it
Asborn
off?
can't watch this.
No, I think I just need it for
I'm not
my
looking.
ink.
Yeah, of course, just the ink, right? It's not some weird fetish.
Not some weird
right?
voodoo shit.
No, I mean it's a little bit of voodoo shit, but it's for my fingertips. Remember, I need to tattoo my fingertips.
What do they call those people? Furbies? They like dress up in like.
No,
Those
Furbies
are
is
those
toys.
evil little
Different
electronic
thing.
things that used to spy
I think
on
it's
us.
furries.
Yeah, I think
Furries?
it's furries.
Oh,
Did he just say Furbies?
You
Furbies.
did.
Yeah, Furbies was the
Furbies?
evil toy.
Oh my god, you're killing me, Smalls. Killing me.
Thank you.
So anybody else want to do or conduct any activity over the course of the next 2 days?
I really have nothing to do.
I'm gonna work with Samara with the ink to get her claws
Okay.
Yeah.
because it's with the primal savagery type thing that
Correct.
we're so I'm gonna work with her on that.
I have a super weird question.
Uh-oh. Coming from you, that means
The
a
answer
lot.
is 42.
It might be.
Always.
So I feel like I would know this. If I did my ethereal step, is there a way to just like put half of my body in and have someone like hold on to the rest of me?
I don't think so. But
Your
can't you
knowledge
just-
of the ethereal existence is either all or none. You know that the power that it precludes and the way that you utilize the full force of its ability to be utilized, you are either in completely or you're not.
Okay.
And that's not a weird question because you've asked it before.
Have I really?
Yeah.
Now, what about
She just keeps thinking you'll change your
just
mind.
looking into the ethereal plane? Like, I think True Sight gives you
That's what I wanted to do,
True Sight.
but I only have step.
Well, if you want to do it, I can cast True Sight on you. I think.
What are you trying to do?
Every time I go into the ethereal plane, I can see Quellish.
Oh, that's right.
I want to see what he's up
Maybe
to.
he can
But
see
last
us.
time
I
I
don't
did
want
that, I
nobody
died.
doing anything scryy.
Yeah,
I don't
I
want
have-
to do it again
I have-
unless someone's like holding my arm.
I have True Seeing. You can try that.
Does true seeing allow you to see into another plane while staying on?
It allows
the
you
current
to
one?
see into the ethereal plane. You don't move; you just can see into the ethereal plane. But it's only 120 feet.
Oh,
If we're that close, we're dead.
well, the
Well,
last
it wasn't.
time when I
You
ethereal,
got sucked. You know, like you got sucked.
yeah,
somewhere.
that was all bad. Okay, we'll wait until we get a little closer.
Okay.
Mute her now.
Right? Right?
Oh, she muted herself.
She's clever.
She
that
She self mutes now.
So with that, the end of day 2, there's another course correction coming up. So Mara, go ahead and give me intelligence check first.
So we're at the start of day
Yeah.
3 right now.
What?
Correct.
Non-natural 20.
Now give me survival with advantage.
Natural 20.
There's a very large storm forming over the Truscan Vale. You'll have to go through the high point of the Cyrios Mountains instead of going up towards the Dunrock. To go through the Truscan Vale storm could be extremely dangerous, and it has a familiar kind of energy about it.
Familiar like that electric storm?
Yeah.
All right.
Which means there is those things that you saw in the in-between space that came with that storm.
Those are dangerous.
Don't worry. We have a hyper-accurate chart of the Cyrios Mountains.
Do we want to be in the air when that's happening? Or should we land?
No landing. We're the ship of the air, not the ship of the land.
We're gonna
There's
go around.
land
one
last-
community nearby at the base of the Cyrios. There's the Destock Village community. Nobody really knows that much about it, but after Destock, it's all Cyrios Mountains after that.
I don't want to go through that storm in the air. We might fall.
No, but he was saying we can go around the storm.
By going through the Cyrios Mountains. So let's go through the Cyrios Mountains.
Correct.
Oh, I didn't. I thought we had to go through it too.
And then we
Oh.
like weave down into the canyons that nap of the earth.
Got it. Cool. Let's do it. Let's avoid that.
Like an
storm.
X-Wing. Like the Millennium Falcon.
The what?
Like the what?
What?
All right.
The
Whoever's
what?
steering, I'm just gonna point.
All right. So with that, it is over the Cyrios. Give me sleight of hand and performance like usual, Tobias.
Okay, so
The little
Kevin.
boss is performing at his wheel.
so that'll be a dirty 20.
Okay. Now give me performance.
A performance.
With
advantage or just
because you
performance?
did get dirty 20. And Mara did do both a good starting chart check as well as a chart correction check as well.
Performance. I got an 11.
With advantage.
Yes.
Oh, sad. He's gonna steer us into a mountain.
With that, you are now lost in a heavy fog within the first series of valleys leading into the Cyrios Mountains. As you go to make another course correction, you feel and hear as the entire right side of the vessel scrapes across a granite surface. You feel the entire vessel buckle slightly and shift, and you hear the flotation device begin to scrape, and you're watching as metal chain lacings are falling off the device, and then the ship kind of comes away, still in the heavy fog, but the ship just took 42 points of damage.
Samara, can you do anything about this fog? This is
I'm
intense.
working on it.
It's a lot of fog.
A lot of
Like,
fog.
Get
Samara.
a wind creature. Whatever
I'm
it
just
is,
gonna
an
control
elemental.
weather.
Bring an elemental to blow
I
the
can
wind
now
away.
control weather again, and I will go whoosh, and the fog will be away from us in 5 miles.
Just get an air elemental to come. And
Who
blow
charted
it
this
away.
course?
Hey, my charts were good.
You watch as Samara gets up on the prow of the ship and just kind of sends out her ability to control the weather. Just as the fog clears, there's a massive mountain looming about 100 feet in front of you. Tobias,
You're
what are you
welcome.
doing?
Here,
There's a
Make a
huge
Yui,
mountain
make a
that you're
Yui.
about to hit. What
Move.
are you doing?
Full speed ahead. Don't.
just gonna end it.
Smash! Okay,
And that's
well,
how we
thank
end
you
it.
for coming down.
No,
We will see you in a few months when we have
I'm-
another Tuesday game ready for you. It's been great.
it's been great. Thanks everybody. TPK against the mountainside.
Into the side of the mountain. Fire.
Now,
No, I'm
I
gonna-
demand Ivar do the artwork for that.
I'm gonna swoop up.
Give me a performance check, please.
Why a performance check? I'm not tap dancing. All right. Oh, that's not too bad. Performance. What do I get on performance? A +1. So I got 19.
19. You spin the helm's wheel. You jam the lever down, and you just feel the dirigible begin to shift off to the left. And you hear this as the bottom of the hull just kind of scrapes against the very edge of the granite surface of the mountain as you kind of begin to plot and follow where Samara has cleared out the fog. Take 12 more points of damage to the hull, please.
Oy.
Ouch.
Do we
But
have
you
the
managed to make your way into a elevated valley of the mountains. And you're now gaining altitude, moving upwards.
This
as
is like
you-
Asborn,
crazy-
climb up there and fix those chains. Let's get this thing.
This is like crazy metal hull. Do we have the means to fix this?
You got a hammer?
I
Mending?
got a big one.
How about
So-
mending?
I was gonna say, would mending work?
Oh,
If you spent like 6 months casting it, you could fix a plate with it.
oh Jesus.
What about like any of the smaller tears?
The airbag itself hasn't been damaged, and the only damage to the hull has been the plating itself. Had
Okay.
you not had the plating, you probably would have had actually sections of the hull coming through.
It's fine. We got plenty of ship left.
Okay.
Did they
Continue.
Did they give us any like tools? Can I go like search the ship to see if
Yeah,
there's anything
I mean
down
they
below?
filled. There's a whole. You've been completely refitted, including maintenance supplies to maintain the ship as well.
All right. Can I go get some maintenance supplies and try to repair damage?
You're the first mate. Don't do that.
What? Do you,
I'll do
what?
it. I can do
Why?
Order Asborn to do it.
Everyone, come and help me.
She sits on her-
Meanwhile, there's a lounge chair in the middle of the
She
hall.
sits on her butt and doesn't do
where-
nothing while we're flying.
where-
She got to do
where-
something.
Where Thyson is just sipping from a martini.
Casually reading a chem book.
Dyson can do whatever he wants. He helped me with my ship when I wanted some help. He
I-
came with me when I wanted to get my ship.
I'll put on my overalls. I'm ready.
Matter of
I have
fact-
an Italian mustache on.
Dyson will be in charge of Asborn. He can order him around.
So Mario, you go up to the balloon and you work on the balloon, or you work on the hull, Mario. Where do you go?
The hull, I think.
The hull.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you head towards the hull. Asborn, did you want to work on the chain encasements of the airship, like the
Yeah, I'll work on
air
the
bladder?
bladder. That seems a lot easier.
Mara, give me an investigation check as you go down to kind of look at the interior of the hull first.
Investigation. What do I have
Physical
for
dice
that?
again.
Oh, I didn't remember that. 26.
Starting from the interior of the hull, it's only a 3-tiered deck. And starting on the more common deck that you guys use, you can see where the plates have kind of like buckled in, and all the riveting systems have been kind of disjointed and fractured. You do have spare plates. You do have spare riveting systems. You identify at least 6 plates that need repair. It'll take the entire day to do it. Give me athletics or acrobatics if you choose to do it from the interior or the exterior. If you want to do it from the exterior, you're probably looking at athletics.
I'll do acrobatics.
Okay. So with that, you kind of tie a rope around you, hook it onto the cabling system, lower yourself down. And
Can
you
I have
begin
Samara
to...
hold my rope? Will that help?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Samara, hold my rope. Can I get advantage now?
Don't forget to fix the paint too.
Yeah, you can give yourself advantage on acrobatics with that. I'm okay with that.
Thanks.
Could I also? I'm gonna cast guidance on you before you go down.
Hey,
Don't
cool.
accidentally let go of the rope when you scratch your nose.
Samara's
she's
going to be up
holding
at the front of the ship. Anytime she
Okay,
sees any
right.
kind of weather, she's going to cast her weather spell.
That's a
I can only do it once
29.
per day.
Nice. You spend the majority of the day. Samara lowers these plates down to you. Samara, as you do that, give me a strength save or a strength check.
Strength.
How
Can it be
She's
athletics
on me. I
instead?
just rolled a 29. If I have to like fall from the sky now.
I thought you're like a barbaric
16.
orc.
16. They're heavy, but you don't manage to drop any. Between you and Mara working, the plates are repaired, and 40 hit points are restored to the vessel. Tobias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
The
Hell.
fog eventually dissipates as you gain enough altitude to be just above the heavy snow-laden peaks of the Cyrios Mountains. This will be your course for the next couple days till you make it over the Trovaden River and the Trovaden Byway. As you are in the Cyrios Mountains, though, I need everyone to give me perception checks.
What do I see?
Is it dragon perception?
Ooh.
Oh, you know what? Fuck you, you mouse. Let's see that
Do I
t-shirt.
get
my
advantage because
God.
I've been here before?
Perception.
My
19?
sight is wonderful, guys.
Yeah, I'm okay
I
with
see
that.
it.
You'd be familiar with the terrain. Fire.
25.
20,
Cool.
Okay.
25. I got a 25.
25.
Rolls, guys.
I'm not looking. I'm actually just talking to Thyson. We're reading books right now.
I
in the
thought you were
barn.
fixing the chains.
I got a
snuck
21.
out.
Lazy ass.
Even with advantage, I got a 21.
Okay. It's weird being up on this side of the mountain range because now you're behind the forested area. But even from this range, this long distance horizon, way off over the Lucidian Sea along the coastal areas, you can see a slight distortion in the horizon and in the overall nature of the weather, almost as if like something very large out there is just majorly influencing all of the atmospheric area in the direction that you're going. Because now that you've turned over the Cyrios peaks and making your way down the opposite side of the peaks, the entire Menagerie Coast is now exposed, and the area that Darktoe resides in within the Lucidian Sea is very much available to you off in the distance. Looking down, you don't really see anything of extreme note. Nothing looks untoward as the 2 days goes by. You're now on the 6th day of travel. You gained a day by coming this route. At some point during the 6th day of travel, looking off in the different directions of the horizon from the airship deck, we'll say another couple days of repairs have gone on and other activity that you guys want to do. So take note of activity you want to do, and then we'll summarize it near the end of the full kind of like journey of the trip. Tobias, the vessel gets an additional 30 hit points back as more hull repair has been done. And as you cross just north on the 6th day of Port Damali, heading towards the Hearthstar Peaks, it's at night, the beginning of the night period within the 6th day, that there's a very eerie flame, almost like a city on fire off in the distance. For those of you who want to make a survival check, feel free.
That would be me.
Am I
Those of you that
surviving?
want to, yes.
Am I surviving?
30,
Oh
20.
my god.
Okay.
17.
I got a 23.
Okay.
Guys, I got 9.
Don't worry, Asborn's got this.
We're not even
I'm
going to ask.
surviving.
We're not even going to ask Asborn to roll anymore. We're
Just
just
gonna
going to
throw
have
you
him say
overboard.
8, 6, 9, 7.
This dice is going in the trash. The dice jail.
No jail. They go in the jail.
They go in jail. I'll spare it. It barely got out alive.
All of you suspect that Port Damali is currently on fire.
Cool.
The
Wow.
closer you get to the Hearthstar Peaks, there are great columns of smoke rising from the mountain range. Now, you could do a course correction and take your way over to the Silt Basin Pass and avoid it, or do you continue on? What would you like to do?
Will it add time if we go avoiding it?
It'll probably add a half day.
I think we should avoid it personally.
I mean, clearly I want to go help. But I'm pretty sure I'm in the minority.
Eh. Captain?
You're not in the minority, but
You're muted,
will
Captain.
will helping them mean we miss our targets?
Helping who?
Port Damali that's on fire.
Oh, yeah, well, Port Damali's on fire. Okay. There's a bunch of other cities.
There's more cities to be
We
had.
got a job to
More
do.
cities?
Are we firefighters or are we pirates? We're pirates.
Ah.
If it was up to us, we would have been setting that city on fire. Someone beat us to it.
Yeah.
We'll cut north of the
Well, I mean,
Hearthstone
we did
Peaks.
set. Was it Port Zune that we set fire to? So I mean, that kind of tracks.
No, we didn't set fire to the. We set fire to the boats that were in the harbor.
That's different.
Which
Not
set
the
fire to
actual
the
city.
harbor.
And then someone exploded pirates in the water. Remember that?
It was
When
part of
did
the
that
same
happen?
thing, right? That was all
When
part of
did
the
that-
same.
When did that happen?
Yeah.
Everything
Are you guys
according
talking
to
about a
plan.
side quest here?
Obviously.
Side quests. Who does side quests?
Yeah. Do we like?
Remember,
have we
guys,
heard
if
anything
we-
about like Shulamon
we've
or
gone
anybody going to
through-
Port Damali, or is this just like?
We've
Well, I
gone
mean,
through
the
Yeah.
last reports you had of Shulamon is that he left Nicodranus in a huff and was upset about something, but it afforded the gentleman and the others to take that as an opportunity to kind of establish a rebel foothold within the city itself.
Of Port Damali?
No, Nicodranus.
Oh, Nicodranus. See? Nothing doing there. You want to do a
Okay,
flyby? We can do a
How
flyby.
many?
And do
What
what?
day are we on?
Should
See what's
I?
going
Day are we
on.
Can I ask
You're
Albin?
on the 6th day of a 10-day travel to get to
I can ask
Darkville.
Albin if he knows anything.
Okay.
Okay, you guys, we don't have.
Is it going to be
time.
Album? Is there going to be your secret demon creature that you were talking to?
I mean,
don't
it
have
really
time.
could be anything at this point. Who knows?
Guys,
I'm
we
gonna
don't
take
have
off
time.
my
Refuge in
brooch.
Nicodranus
And I
was
put it
supposed
on the
to start in
ground.
10 days.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, we
the
got to
hologram
go.
call. I don't
We
know how
only
to-
had 10 days to do this, and we have 10. We're taking 10 days to get
Yeah,
there.
check with him with the Port Damali, but we'll continue on our course.
So yeah,
If it's
I
really
wanna-
something bad, we can go back. Don't worry about it.
I want to
Uh-huh.
initiate the hologram call with my necklace, the once a day.
Hope me, Obi-Wan. You're my
Okay.
hope.
Are you there?
Haven't heard from you for a while, dear. How are you?
We're good. We're making our way to
How are the
Darko.
twins?
Hanging in there. We're flying over Port Damali, or not over, but near, and it's on fire. Do you know anything about that?
No, I have not had any reports. The gentleman did mention that he had lost contact with his myriad resources up in Port Damali. We've set the scout out. We're currently in a conversation. Do you know anyone that goes by the name of Asmon Sinclair? Is that Asborn's brother?
Yeah.
He's really colorful. He
Is
is
that what
helping
they call
us
it now?
gain access to supplies that we're ferreting into the city. But no, we have not heard from Port Damali in some time. On fire, you say?
Yeah. My crew is not super interested in stopping and helping. I don't know if you have anyone you can send to like help. But it's like
Well,
on.
I'm not
on
entirely sure why it would be on fire.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would imagine Shulamon should be in control unless there's something else going on there that we're not aware of. I suppose is possible. I'd prefer you don't go there, but I understand that if you think it's worth investigating, feel free.
I mean, you know me, but my crew has voted me down.
Oh, wait, 1 second. Asmon. Really? Uh-huh. Huh. Asmon said that, that Allura Visora, I believe is the young elf he's traveling with. And there's a very obnoxious dragonborn that he's traveling with, goes by the name of Tiberius. They stated that they had seen a red dragon operating in your area, so be mindful of that. That was some 2 weeks ago.
What did I just get done saying?
Dragons.
Was it young? Was it a young red dragon?
Why are you looking to date?
No, I'm looking to not die, and the young ones are
I
easier to
would-
not
I wanna-
die with.
Yeah. I want a red dragon.
There's no detail, as they did their best to avoid it.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'll let everyone know to be on the lookout.
Well, be careful.
You as well.
I want a red dragon. I want a red dragon.
No fire.
I
You
want
have
red
a
dragon.
you have a little dragon. That's enough for now.
Well, that one's purple. So next I want red.
Okay, you don't get this one. This is not the kind of dragon.
As soon as she tells us that, can I send Pepper kind of scouting around, seeing with his eagle eyes,
Yeah.
his falcon eyes?
Yep, I'll send.
Have-
I'll send Ember around too.
Okay. We're in early evening of the 6th day at this point. You've now crossed over the Tusaw River and crossed into the byways and over the small forest north of Port Damali. The eerie glow continues off in the background. Have Ember and Pepper give me perception checks with advantage, please.
Hang on, I need to pull up the stats because I was not ready.
Okie dokie.
Grand Falcon, there it is. Okay, with advantage. If I get advantage on perception checks, do I get like super advantage?
Yes, you have to roll 7 dice.
It's super duper advantage where I say super duper while you roll. Super duper, super duper, super duper. Super
19.
Duper. Okay, 19 for Pepper. That's actually, considering how horribly Pepper rolls, that's actually pretty good.
Hey, leave Pepper out of this.
Pepper can't help it, man.
Pepper can't help the fact that my dice hate me. I have to whisper it so they don't hear and remember.
I got a 9.
9. I mean, circling the vessel, keeping an eye
My
out.
dice hate me today.
Other than just the kind of strange behavior of the weather, no obvious sign of anything watching or following or within maybe 1,000 feet of the vessel at this point.
Okay.
Day 6 fades to the morning of day 7, crossing over to the Herstar Peaks. You're now directly west of Port Damali. You're now 3 days from the area of Darktoe. As you cross over the Vzdali Peninsula and onto the proper area of the beginnings of the open sea, the entire horizon is darkened. The entire space that you're gradually moving towards, where you believe Darktoe to be, the weather is distorted. The strange cumulus effect of the clouds seems very unnatural. And every now and then, off in the distance, like a crackle of light.
Give me the true sight, the seeing thing.
Okay. I'm gonna bamfer with the true seeing.
Okay.
I look into the ethereal plane.
Staring off in the direction and focusing on the understanding of your binding with the plane, there's almost this kind of painful, kind of like psychic lash as you stare. And that feeling that things aren't as they seem, this idea that something is being reshaped, something is being reordered, reorganized, changed. However, looking off into the distance, somewhere out there, you can see a very tall form of rock with a series of finger-like stone appendages jutted up into the air.
You remember this?
And it is slowly around it is like a cyclonic effect of energy and cloud. And there seems to be things that you can't quite make out that are floating around it as well.
Do I see any sign of Qualish?
Not particularly, no.
Okay. What about the electrical stuff?
It appears to be atmospheric disturbance as maybe planar gates are being destroyed en masse in like amalgamated numbers. Like you look off to the right and you watch as a portal kind of begins to form and tear open, and then there's like a slash of lightning that kind of crisscrosses your vision, and another one and another one. It's almost as if like something's trying to come into existence, but it's struggling in its process.
Okay. All right. So I'll come back. I stop looking. Ethereal.
Drop the visage and step back into yourself.
Okay. You guys remember the finger islands that we kept finding? Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's another one here. the Dark Toe is like making one of those. It's
Dark
turning
Toe's
one of
giving
those.
us the finger.
It's growing one of those. I'm not sure.
Dark Toe's
Yeah.
growing a finger.
Yeah, like all of them.
Are we
The
sure it's
5
a
fingers.
finger?
Yeah.
Is it the thumb?
No, it's all of them. It's the whole hand.
It looks like this
growing.
when fire stares at it.
It's growing the whole hand.
The islands. Do you remember the islands? The one that we found
Yeah, I remember
that had Yorn on it, and the one that had the vault and
The
then
vault.
there's another one, but it's like
And then the one that tried to kill Oswald.
yeah. So it's like trying to come into existence, but it's struggling. It looks like something is like preventing it from breaking through to here. But that's what's happening at Dark Toe.
Probably the Stormlord. He's like, no, my fingers.
Well, either way, we're still going that way.
Sure, but now we know what's potentially coming.
Sweet.
So cool.
Fingers.
Yeah. Things are happening. It's not so good. Like gates between dimensions are like closing and exploding, and
It sounds terrifying.
yeah.
So day 7 turns into the beginning of day 8, eventually day 9, as you go deeper and deeper into the Lucidian Sea. As you progress further and deeper, the distortions become more obvious. A center point on the 9th day, out in the distance, maybe at the very edge of your ability to see beyond the horizon, a series of lightning strikes coming and going onto the top of a very fine point of an object that can barely be seen. The cyclonic effect is now picking up as you begin to realize you're in a hurricane unsized. Its edges unseen, as the cyclonic effect has come into full existence around you. But it's strange. There's hardly any wind. It's just the occasional breeze. And looking up, you can see the clouds are just rotating very slowly, a mix of green, grays, and whites and blacks streaking with the occasional strike of energy going in different directions. But always looking ahead to see that center point where that vision that Mara has shared with you. You're less than a day away. Is there anything you guys want to do before making that final journey?
Have I been able to
into
get
the center?
Have I been able to get my pistol to work right?
So for that, give me a wisdom check, Tobias.
Wisdom. Okay. What am I just trying to do? Roll under my wisdom or something?
Just give me a wisdom check.
A 1.
Well, you successfully rolled under your wisdom, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Now give me an intelligence check with disadvantage. Oh, my son is waking up.
Intelligence check. 6.
6. You're struggling to get the nature of this. We'll say that takes you a couple days to kind of figure out, but go ahead and give me a fresh, give me another wisdom check. One more.
I don't get any pluses.
What's your plus on your wisdom?
Well, my +1.
Okay, so you get a +1.
Okay, 16.
16. Give me an intelligence check.
Come on. Where's my intelligence? 18, 19, 20, 21.
21. You finally figure out how the spring-loaded chamber is supposed to work. You swap it out for a spring that's a little bit shorter, a little bit stiffer, and you put the plate on it. You've now figured out how to keep it to be able to reload it now. It's no longer a one-and-done weapon. You've managed to manipulate at least 3 cartridges that can load in and out, and it slides up and clicks and forces the round up into the chamber. You are now able to reload this weapon.
Sweet.
It should not jam.
Okay.
Anybody else want to wrap anything up from the journey before we descend in towards Darktoe.
Was I able to make my ink and tattoo my fingers?
Yep. Ink.
Give me a. Well, you're proficient in this now a little bit from the ink perspective. Give me a wisdom check with advantage.
Oh, you glitched for a second. Can you repeat that?
Give me a wisdom check with advantage.
Just straight wisdom?
Yep. Add your wisdom modifier.
Be wise. 17.
17. Go ahead and give me performance with advantage.
Okay. Oh, no, that's good. Performance 18.
Yeah. You manage to craft and infuse a series of inks that will allow you to imbue primal savagery.
Hallelujah.
So now it's on my fingers.
It's on your fingertips.
What does primal savagery do? Because that is not a spell that I am allowed to have.
When
whatever it
Fire
is.
gets back, she can fill you in. She's either feeding or putting the kid in an envelope to send it back. I'm not really sure.
Totally fine.
You can just pull it up if you open D&D Beyond in another tab. You can just look up the spell.
That is a good idea, and you are smart.
You like grow claws out of your hands and you get extra damage.
Yeah,
So
if
they
they do
think
like
spit
acid damage or something like that.
acid damage with them or something.
It says you channel primal magic to cause your teeth or fingernails to sharpen, ready to deliver a corrosive attack. Make a melee spell attack against one creature within 5 feet of you. It takes 1d10 acid damage. Now it says after you make the attack, your teeth or fingernails return to normal. So would that mean that if I'm in beast shape, wild shape, after one attack, that's it?
Correct.
Okay. Better than nothing.
Well, no, because it's an arcane effect within your infusioned ink. So no, it would last up to a minute.
Okay, so primal savagery for up to a minute.
Yeah, because you've become more proficient and you're now experimenting with more challenging inks and stuff.
So would she add a 1d10 of acid on top of whatever her claw damage was? Or would it replace the claw damage?
It would replace the claw damage, but she could utilize her unarmed strike damage on top of it.
Wait, so...
So you have unarmed strike, right?
Yes.
What's your damage?
Unarmed strike is... But this is unarmed strike as my orc self. Yeah?
It doesn't matter because unarmed strike is standard for your character.
Okay, it just says 4 for
Right.
bludgeoning
So whenever
damage.
you hit anybody without any weapons in your hands,
Okay.
you do an automatic 4 points of damage. Well,
Okay.
now that you have Savage Prime, you have the Savage effect, right?
Yeah.
What does that do for you?
So primal savagery would give me 1d10 acid damage, but it says at higher levels you can increase. So
Right.
it says when you reach... What level are we right now? 14?
Well, no, you would invoke it as... For you, it would be an invocation of a spell level, because it says when you cast it, right?
It doesn't say... It doesn't say when you cast it. It
What does
says...
it say?
Okay. Casting time, 1 action. It says you channel it and you make a melee spell attack. And then it says the spell's damage increases by 1d10 when you reach 5th level, and when you get to 11th level, you get to do 3d10 of acid
So,
damage.
You do 3d10 plus 4 unarmed damage.
Okay. That's what I needed to know. 3d10 acid
Plus 4.
plus 4 bludgeoning, just in case I need to separate that out.
Correct.
I can spell bludgeoning because I am a teacher. That is a word that exists. Okay.
Because I am a teacher.
That was awesome.
So primal savagery, and it's up to 1 minute, and that would be when I'm in wild shape form.
Correct.
Teachers are so much alike. You guys remind me of my wife so much.
Okay.
Yay, we can be bear sisters again.
Bear sisters, and I can actually do magic damage and not suck at it when I'm in combat. Because that was what was killing me.
All right.
I'm good other than that.
All right.
And
Anybody
do I
else
have
want to?
side last question. There the ink that I made, I already tattooed my fingertips. Do I have enough ink after? Like, if I go into combat right now and I use it up, do I have enough ink for after combat, or would I need to make another round?
You might have enough.
What's
I'd
that?
say you'd have enough. I'd say you'd have enough.
Okay, cool. Just wondering.
Oh, we're going into a black hole, everybody. Did you see the new picture that was put up?
Beautiful.
Super cool.
It is pretty.
Wow.
Guess who's on the other side of that black hole?
Is that
Some
AI
pissed off
generated?
Gith Yankee that don't have a ship.
Nah.
That's our ship. It's all jacked up.
Yeah, I love being able to use the Wombly art creator now, because when I want to do like thematic backdrops now, I don't have to, worry about
Search for
copyright.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so nice. I started
everyone.
using it a lot more.
Hello.
Say hi.
It's a baby.
It's a baby.
There's Sebastian in all his glory. He even holds his hands in front of himself like a tabaxi.
Aww.
Aww.
I miss the baby smell.
I don't.
Yeah.
They smell like shit and piss.
No, they smell good.
They smell
Smell
so
like rotten
good.
milk.
They smell good.
They smell like rotten milk.
I love the smell of babies.
rotten
Right?
milk.
No, the baby smell.
I mean,
The baby smells like a
smells
new
like-
car smell. It's like the new car smell.
new human smell.
right
By
now,
the time they're
it smells
like-
Human smell.
By the time they're 8, they
like
start
laundry.
smelling like bologna.
Right now, he smells like laundry.
I did like
Baloney
my
boy.
baby laundry detergent smell. That was a good smell.
Bologna salami.
And he's wearing
So,
the child onesie.
you're less than a day entering the area that was once Darktoe. You're beginning to see a very tightly wound formation in the middle. Something is jutting up out of the water, and lightning is striking out from the top of it
Is it the fingers?
and down below. It's from this distance, it's almost impossible to tell. However, as you guys look straight down
We need
to
you,
see the
Thyssen.
water churning and the kind of effect that the storm is having on the surface of the water, there are great waves that are rising and falling. You can see the reefs that were once barely under the water are partially exposed from time to time. And you begin to see the wrecks of many ships that have either come this way recently or part of the past of traveling through these dangerous reefs. As you get deeper and deeper towards this point, you get the feeling that you're going to reach it on the morning of the 10th day.
Okay.
Any last minute preparations you want to make before the
Thyssen.
morning of the 10th day arrives?
I don't think he heard you.
Did you say my name?
Yes.
What you want?
We're almost there, and we're going to need magic help.
I like imagining
ask
Tobias
for-
and
We'll need
Tyson
your-
on the
we'll
prow
need
of the
your-
deck.
Yeah, we'll need your brain coming up here.
Also,
Okay.
Asborn
In the deck.
did say
I don't
that
know
you
why
might
you're
have-
saying that when it's kind of standard.
Wait, what did I
Well,
say?
yeah. But
I was saying Asborn said that you might have an idea of how to fix this. Because
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't know.
yeah, you got that little thing to use. What's that stupid gauntlet do, Asborn?
Well, and
I
don't
don't
forget
know.
we have the piece of the soul. That's not right. The
The memory.
Refraction
Look,
memory,
you
cube?
got
the
little
frag-
sis,
fragment of
you got
memory
little sis.
in my necklace.
Oh, what about the refraction cube? That's the thing we need to use.
I love fractions, guys.
Then you'll love
Talk
to
about
refraction.
fractions. Too much PTSD from that.
So what are you guys doing?
Going crazy.
So that's the only really thing that's around.
Yeah, I mean give me an investigation check as you take a little bit more time to kind of look more intensely in the area around you.
At least I get a 10.
I'm
Investigation
really just here for the ride.
23.
23? Every now and then when there's a crack of lightning coming up from the center point of the massive cyclonic effect, you can see just swarms of winged creatures kind of like floating within the hurricane-like winds up in the clouds.
That's
But they don't
terrible.
really seem
Oh
to
my
be
gosh, I
taking
don't like that.
much mind of the vessel at this point.
What's at the very base of the cyclone? Nothing, just water coming up?
Getting
It's
closer,
dangerous.
you probably will have a better view or vantage the following day. Right
Okay.
now, you're kind of closing out the 9th day. You're still pretty far from it.
Okay, we'll just continue that way.
Okay. So, waking up the next morning,
Mm-hmm.
it is darker. You've gotten a lot closer to the center point. You can now see the rocky outcropping of Darktoe. It is still there. However, forming in the very center of Darktoe, coming up, jetting like straight up into the air, you're now beginning to see this glass-like pillar that has got this weird swirl effect to it, maybe ensconced with staircases on the outside of it. And then on the very top, you could see some kind of like power source that is echoing up and out, that is streaking lightning out of it. And you could see as the lightning shears across the underside of the hurricane, you could see creatures flying up in the hurricane winds. But there's no wind here. Like, it's strange. It's like all the form and force is up above you in the cyclonic effect. The stone effigy of what Mara described just jutting out of Darktoe.
Do the flying creatures and everything remind us of the storms that were being sent to attack the cities?
Slightly. I mean, that would definitely match the description that you had shared with each other.
Do they
Okay.
look natural, or do they look like birds or like flying lizards?
Hard to tell. Maybe get a little closer and check.
Can I send Pepper a little closer and
Ask
check?
Mara what they look like. She's seen them.
I mean, they're probably roughly a mile away from you.
No.
Okay, what do you want to do? Land and go up the tower, or do you want to just attack the tower at the top, or what do you want to do?
I vote we attack the tower from the top, because obviously we have to smash whatever that power source
I'm
is.
just gonna swan dive.
Load the lightning guns. Prepare to fire. Full air ahead.
This tower.
Full air ahead.
Full airhead.
Shoot lightning at the giant typhoon. Great idea.
No, at the power source. Power source.
I mean,
As the
it's-
ship drifts
Right.
closer and closer, eddies of wind are beginning to buffet it slightly. The realization that the clouds are now actually forming out of the base of the tower and shooting straight up into the air. Getting closer, you now realize that for the most part, the island of Darktoe looks intact. You can see that the base of this tower is in the ruins of the original fort that made up the harbor of Darktoe. There is debris and destruction everywhere around it. And you can see small figures moving about on the ground and on the debris and in the water, but you're still too high up to see clearly.
Do these remind me of the figures that I saw in the ethereal plane? They're floating around.
No,
No.
these seem to shamble and randomly walk about.
Sounds like zombies if I ever heard them.
Do they look qualish sized?
No, not that you could tell. You wouldn't be able to see them at all if they were his size.
They're not
They
wearing dresses.
No, not as far as you can tell. It doesn't look like it, but you could try to get a little bit closer and take a better look.
We'll zoom down.
I was gonna say, it seems like everything we need to get a little closer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're just coming into the area.
Closer, just a little
Um,
closer.
As-
And the attack.
Yeah, as the airship kind of bottoms out slightly and pivots, getting buffeted by the wind, but nothing too strong. You can hear the persistent moans of creatures shambling about on the very surface of Darktoe Island. You can
Oh, dear,
see
zombies.
What
that
kind of moans?
Zombie bones.
Like zombie
creatures in,
moans?
no, creatures in pain,
Aww.
creatures that feel somehow trapped, unable to free themselves. You can hear the echoing screams of just hundreds of people wailing their.
Don't like that.
This is hell. This is the plane of hell. I know it.
Well, one of the hells, right? Isn't it like the 9 hells are all coming?
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so we need to stop this finger crag thing. Clearly.
So are they Are they around that base of the tower, or
They're everywhere. They're all over the surface of the island. They're shambling about.
I'm not
going to
go over there.
Tower. You can see them treading water in bizarre kind of puppet-like ways down in the water.
Dyson, we need your help. Come on, let's get the tip of this tower. Whatever power is on the tip of the tower. Whatever power is on the tip of the tower.
Of course, you would focus the tip.
Yeah,
Hopefully his class is ending soon.
Yeah, hopefully you can focus on the tip.
Yeah, I don't know how to fight
just the tip.
like an island.
With the
I need like
cube.
a bad guy to hit with my rapier.
I don't even know how the cube. I don't even know how this cube thing works.
If I get off the ship and hit it hard enough with my maul, it'll break. Thoughts?
It's
not a bad plan.
Tobias, what cube
It's
are
like
you
whacking
talking
it with
about?
swords.
Huh?
I think he's talking about the stone.
Yes. The
Oh, not the-
refraction
yeah, the-
comes from another game.
Oh, that's right.
Larry.
Yeah. What do they call the thing we got here?
What are you talking about?
You're talking about the Arcane Seal.
Okay, Arcane Seal, whatever. they call it.
Whatever. Oh, they're distinctly different items. You
Wait,
nutter.
I thought Qualish had a cube too.
He
Didn't
does.
Qualish have a? Okay,
Oh, I know what we can do.
just checking.
On Monday's game, we can reach in and snatch Qualish and kill him for this Tuesday game. So we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Psych.
that idea. Side
Didn't
quest.
think that was going to happen, did you, Jason? No. All
Well,
right.
actually, I do have a
That's-
contingency for that.
Oh, damn.
That's how.
course
That's
you
how
do.
we can get another level in the Monday game.
Yes, we
before
can get up to
finish.
20th level doing that.
Multiverse.
Yeah.
Side quest.
Oh.
Take care of that.
Uh-huh.
And then
So-
banished.
I think that we should go lower and figure out.
I mean,
I ain't going to get around no zombies. I'm staying on my ship.
They're not zombies. They're like creatures in pain. Zombies
Uh-huh.
can't feel pain.
Yeah.
How do you
and,
know if they're in pain? What if
they just sound
walk
like
slowly
that.
because they want to? What if they're
no, it said
geriatric?
they were wailing like they were in pain.
I wail in pain sometimes.
Yeah, and you're also not a
Feel
zombie.
pain.
Look,
I mean, college student, you are kind of a zombie.
look, it's not like there's people down there to be rescued. Those are not people. They're something weird that are moaning. I
Well,
ain't
I'm
going to
not
go
saying
down
we
there.
rescue those. I'm saying we go destroy that crystal on the tower.
That's what I want to do and stay in the ship.
Let's do that then.
Asborn,
Okay.
that's your foot in the camera.
Oh, I
I write that down. Arcane Seal.
was in my relaxed pose. I forgot my camera.
couldn't
was right
remember
there.
the damn name of it.
Whole foot in view. Man, I
Whole foot in view.
didn't even get money for this. Giving it out for free.
Okay,
Giving your crotch
Arcane
out for free?
Seal
That's-
is the
that's
magic item
not
of
good.
this game. Okay. Yeah, when I can't remember a name, it's just going to be the refraction cube, no matter what game I'm in. Get the refraction cube thingy.
Cube. Get the cube. Get the
I was
cube
literally
thing.
sitting here being like, what is he talking about? Did we got a cube?
No, we don't have
Sorry.
a cube.
Is that the
We have a
faces
cube
of hell?
I'm
He
sorry.
has a cube in Monday.
Those are the things that are moaning. Like, yeah, don't. We're not going to go help them.
What the hell? It doesn't even look like a.
Exactly.
Demons.
I don't even want to say what it looks like.
Hovering from the position you are, you can actually see the tower base in a little bit more clarity. You can also see these figures staring up at you. And at first,
Oh,
you thought that they
they're
were
looking at us?
individual figures, but they're actually fused together with other figures. They're half bodies jutting off one side. The other side is an arm or a leg, and they just seem to shamble about the space, look up and wail in pain, and then look back down and go back to shambling just randomly around.
The best thing to do is to put them out of their misery.
I mean, there's an incalculable number of them at this
Euthanasia.
point.
I think if we destroy the
Euthanasia is not
tower,
children
it'll
in
help everyone.
That's right.
Looking at the base of the tower, everybody give me perception checks.
Ooh,
Yes, I'm very good at seeing things, guys.
Natural 20.
25.
My favorite is when people go natural 20 minus 1.
Dirty
27.
20.
Perception.
I got
I
a
got a
solid
dirty 20.
14.
My dice hate me today.
My third natural 20 tonight. We need to get into some combat.
15.
I don't want to get into combat yet.
I
I'm
got a
doing all
24
right now. I'm doing dookie.
That sounded terrible.
I got a 24.
I'm doing the dookie.
As a
So
group,
Asborn sees nothing because he's in the head.
yes, doing the dookie. Yeah, your perception rolls are very Will Wheaton of you, Asborn.
Can't see much through this helmet.
Oh yeah, blame the helmet.
The base of the tower seems to be made up of many different entry points into the glass-like surface of the tower. Now that you're a bit closer, the ship hovering over the crowds of creatures milling about, you can see that there's a form of energy on the interior of the tower, and you can see as the column of energy rises up the tower, there's a series of arcane writings that appear with each pulse of light that it follows upward.
Who reads Arcane?
Dyson.
You guys all say that with equal derision.
I just look at them. Oh, yeah.
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 Thyson, give me an Arcana check, please.
I put on my reading glasses.
You watch this Tyson's like, he's got his cool yellow chest out with his cool tiefling look, and then he goes,
He's all-
1 second.
One
Puts
second.
on his reading glasses.
24.
24. It's a summoning tower.
Say that again?
It's a summoning tower.
And it's summoning these things, or is it trying to attempt to summon something else?
What you get the feeling that this thing is consuming these things below, because you watch as they get a little close to the tower. There's a burst of energy, like the initial edge of the creatures dissipate, and then there's a column of energy that shoots up through the obsidian tower, lights up the arcane writing. You watch as sheets of lightning go out. There's rips into the atmospherics, and then they close quickly. It's almost like this tower is trying to bring something in.
Not good.
So if
Yeah,
we
bad
destroy
vibe.
if we destroy what it's making, I mean, if we destroy the things that he's using to make the summoning, then
There's too many. We have to destroy the tower itself. Yes? No? Maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just a captain of a pirate ship. What do I know?
I have a rapier.
I say attack it with like our cannons. That's how I handle all my problems.
Pew
It's helped
pew.
us so far.
Shoot it. I don't know if that's great because this is, when it starts getting too magic for me, man, I get a headache, and I immediately want to talk to Thyson because he knows this stuff and he's got good ideas. But if he says shoot it with a lightning cannon, I'll shoot it with a lightning cannon. Shoot it with a lightning cannon?
No.
Hoping for.
And then as you get a little closer to the base of the tower, you can see this
Arcane
begin to
Seal.
form.
Oh, good.
Seal.
And you could watch as the shambling mounds disappear into its entry point, and then a pulse of energy. It lights up the arcane writing of summoning, and then a sheet of lightning going off in different directions.
What if we destroyed the summoning words if the spell was gone? Would the spell stop?
It's too powerful.
That'd be a lot of power to dispel that.
No, like actually broke like the thing that has the words on it.
Arcane Seal.
That's probably also got a lot of power protecting this whole structure as a whole.
Stupid magic.
Ramming speed.
Let's not destroy the ship.
Oh, all right.
Tobias is walking around in his paper mache hat, like ramming speed. Shooting
just
off
have-
his pistol. He's got an eye patch on each eye. Putting holes in the air dirigible above.
Yeah,
Not a terrible idea.
I have a eye patch on both eyes. I'm such
Hey,
a badass
Aki, how are
pirate.
you? Hey, Aki, you're going to join us for Star Wars? Yeah. Aki, are you joining us for Star Wars? She's going to be like a badass, like, she's going to be like a Moff Tarkin type. I know it. But yeah, I think, yeah, she's going to be joining us for Star Wars. I'm super excited. Because I saw her and Enigma talking earlier. I was like, oh, yeah, Aki. Of course you are. So what are you guys doing? What's the plan?
I'm waiting for orders.
Yeah, I
I got
don't do
nothing.
the magics.
At this point, it's an awkward silence as the dirigible kind of comes to a resting point. The propulsion system is keeping it stabilized, so you're at a certain distance from the tower. You're watching these creatures gradually get absorbed by the gate. The power shoots off up the obsidian tower, lighting up the ruins and the arcane glyphs, and then lightning sheets go outbound and rip into the atmosphere and then close just as quickly.
Ready?
All
We
right,
don't
See
know.
anything coming out of the gates?
Do you guys? Does one of you have like create Earth or anything like that? To like make
I've
something
got
big?
shape Earth.
They have create water.
How far do you need to be?
Let me look it up.
Yeah.
Hold on.
About like a good this far. About this one.
No, that's not what it's called. It's not called shape Earth. Move Earth.
Stone
That
shape,
works.
or-
Move Earth. You have to be 120 feet.
All right, let's get 120 feet within that little portal thing.
What are you gonna make me do?
You watch as the dirigible begins to shift. You're now exactly 120 feet away from the gate, and you could hear the wails. You could see the dozens of forms shambling, almost as if they don't want to go. And you can, now that you're closer, you can see bits and pieces of their form. They're all made up of former pirate attire. You recognize
Oh.
probably those that either survived or continue to suffer the aftermath of what happened here some time ago.
So let's try this temporary solution. Use Move Earth and try and just block the gate.
Like the entrance?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna. So I'm casting it at a 6th level, and let's see.
I know. I need to go grocery shopping. We're like down to the bare minimum of snacks in the break room. You know it's bad when Calista starts eating Cheez-Its.
Oh no, cheese balls from Costco.
Oh no, those are toxic oblivion balls is what those are.
Cornerstone construction. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm reshaping the dirt or clay or whatever's in front.
Okay.
How high is how big is the portal opening?
It's roughly maybe 8 feet tall, 6 feet across. It's not
Okay, I
very
can
big.
definitely block the entire thing.
Okay. How? What's the spell's duration, casting time, all that?
2 hours, and casting time is 1 action.
So it lasts up to 2 hours. Is it concentration?
Yes.
Okay. So as you guys watch Samara get up on the prow of the ship, she focuses her energy down towards the gated entrance. And you watch as stone and rock and dirt begin to build and form up and begin to cover the entrance. The creatures wailing and kind of bouncing into the formation in front of it. They all begin to stack up, and there's a momentary pause in the reaction of energy, and there's like a strange silence. No more column of energy entering in, no arcane light kind of emanating upward. For those of you standing on the deck of the ship, you can now hear thousands of screeches as huge clouds of weird, shadowy creatures begin to descend down from the clouds above you. There may be 1,000 feet away at this point. And you
How
can
many
see,
are there?
I mean, you can see the initial cloud burst dropping towards you, maybe 1,000 or more.
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe open the gate back up?
No, move out of the way. Just move out of the way.
All right.
You watch as the dirigible. Give me a con save as a base, Samara, because you've got to maintain concentration for duration of the spell to keep it blocked up.
16.
Okay. You feel the dirigible move underneath your feet. Tobias, I need some piloting skills from you, my friend.
Okay.
Give me a sleight of hand, please, as you manage the till.
So 17.
17. You manage to keep the vessel kind of steadied. Samara's maintaining the clothes on the front of it. The cyclonic effect of the clouds have now stopped. The lightning no longer shearing out of the tower. The first huge mass of creatures kind of drifts by where the dirigible was, and it begins to, like a giant swarm of bees, circle around off in the distance. You then watch as another tendril of swarm kind of drops down from the other side. And as it does, you watch it just slam into the side of the hull and across the front of the deck as it shears into everybody. I need everyone to make deck saves, please.
Can we see what it is exactly now?
Yes. Long, leathery wings, double-headed, kind of like masked teeth shooting off in different ways. You can see reversed and inverted talons. You can see blade-like scales on back and shoulders as these 3-foot masked creatures just slam into the vessel as a giant cloud.
31.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
Mara.
22.
I'm very clumsy. I'm
29.
14.
Okay.
11.
Tyson, Samara, take 31 points of slashing damage. I also need you to make an additional con save of 15 or... Nope, your base is high enough. We'll go with your base. It's half of 30, which is 15, so you maintain concentration. So I'm good with that. If you roll a 19 or higher, you save, so take half of 31 points of slashing damage.
Ooh. Do I also have to con save? I got an 11.
Can I use my reaction, my uncanny dodge?
Okay, go for it. You can
Okay.
avoid the damage. However, I need you to make a sleight of hand to maintain control of the ship, please.
Okay.
Are these things
Dirty 20.
Okay. You're
are
maintaining
these
control.
things considered natural?
No, they are not, by any stretch of the imagination. It's this massive cloud of creatures that just swarmed right past the deck of the ship. The ship will take 12 points of damage as well, Tobias, as they slam and destroy themselves on the side of the hull, and you watch this tendril dissipate off into the distance. You now watch as the clouds begin to kind of not only stop their cyclonic effect, but they're kind of gradually coming apart, and you could actually begin to see the night sky. And off in the distance, descending through this parted cloud, you could see this huge creature, huge wings.
Oh, that does not sound good.
You watch as green fire jets out of its mouth as it too just begins to plummet towards the dirigible. It spreads the green flame across the deck of the ship. I need everybody to make con saves, please.
Would I be able to block the green flame with my shield?
Absolutely. Do you want to help someone who is also in danger? Because
Yes.
you do have that ability with that.
So
Help me,
22.
brother. Help me.
21.
I'll help Dyson, and I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
I would
I
help
was
Samara.
thinking
She
more.
needs
I was thinking
concentration.
more Samara. She's maintaining concentration on the Hellgate. But hey, you know
Oh.
what? You pick. and
Yeah.
choose.
He said, "Help me," and my brain was like, "Tyson, important." Small,
All right.
good luck.
So,
you got
Tobias,
it.
what'd you get for your con save?
I got a.
Didn't you just roll it?
Yeah, I did. I just have to redo it now because I told you, and then I have to add my modifier to it. So I got a 22.
You take half of 41 points of necrotic damage. Asborn, what'd you get for your con save?
I got a dirty 20. So
You take half of 21 points of necrotic. Samara?
With Shield Master, I take none.
Okay. Samara?
Now, was Asborn going to protect me or no?
Yes, I'll protect you, not Dyson.
Okay, so you have advantage on your con save.
Thank God. Oh, that was going to be really bad. Okay, keep in mind that my last roll was a 1. So now I have 12.
12. I'll say with Shield Master, it allows you to still cut it in half as you take 20 points of necrotic damage.
Thank you, Asborn.
So you need a con save of 10 or higher, please, to maintain concentration. Tyson, what did you get?
I got a 19.
19. You will take half of 41 points of necrotic damage. Fire.
18.
You will take 41 points of necrotic damage. Mara.
21.
You'll take half of 41 points of necrotic damage as you watch this huge undead dragon peel away after attacking the deck of the ship as it floats higher up in the air and begins to circle above the ship. However, that being the surviving of the first round of maintaining the Hellgate, you watch as a large fracture appears in the obsidian surface of the tower. As you watch the first of 6 of the arcane writings begin to splinter and come apart. We're now off to round 2. The tendrils come flying at you again. Do you want
I wanna
the
heal me.
dirigible to be stationary? So everybody begin to help me understand what you're trying to do. Now that you have seen these huge clouds of creatures try to slam into you, you now know this massive undead dragon is attempting to intercede as well. What do you want to do to help protect Samara and maintain her concentration?
Did it
I
come
wanna heal.
within striking range?
Say that again.
Did it come within striking range?
Every time it attacks, it will be in striking range. Yep.
Before I do
Man the
anything else, I need
cannons.
to activate my right.
Okay.
Somebody man the cannons because the cannons could do damage to those things. I think.
I did
I have
3
to stay
damage.
with
What I want to try to do is I want to try to do a tight circle around the tower to keep the tower in between us and the dragon is.
So you
and
are
the
piloting
boards.
the ship. So with each
Yes.
round, Tobias, you will give me sleight of hand.
Okay.
The DC will go up with the intensity of the combat. So go ahead and give me
Alright.
your first sleight of hand for this round.
All right.
Okay.
I
So my
got.
first sleight of hands will be 21.
Okay. Good to know.
All right. Here's the idea. So Tobias will fly the ship. Asborn, I need you to smack things when they get close.
Remember, we got the lightning cannons.
I need to
Yeah.
stay with Samara
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
Yeah,
Asborn
stay
needs
next
to
to
block her
Samara
with the
and
shield.
And snipe it. Samara, you focus on your spell. Fire, heal people. Mara, you do the cannons. And then I'm gonna just blast fireballs at the giant swarms.
Could Samara go below deck and still maintain her concentration?
As long as she could see the target.
Are there windows?
Not near the front prow where you're currently.
Oh,
And plus, you're going to be
okay.
changing the vantage point as you circle the tower.
Okay, never mind then. Okay. So it sounds like
So-
we got to do this for 6 rounds or more.
Yeah.
I'll also
That-
be trying to use Hold Monster on the giant dragon.
So, Asborn, are you still protecting Samara?
Yes.
Okay. So, you all have described your main function of what you're doing. However, when the swarm or the undead dragon attacks, you're free to use your reaction for whatever you want to use that reaction for. But your main focus is what you're doing to kind of help prolong what seems to be now the gradual destruction of the tower. And maybe this will undo whatever effect that is going on. So with that, Tobias has now tightly configured the airship to wrap and move as tight to the tower as possible, which now has caused one of the tendrils to not be able to fully engage with the airship. The other tendril of flying creatures crashes into the side of the ship and begins to rake across the deck of the ship, with everybody's ability to kind of either help Samara or fend off these creatures. Everybody go ahead and give me deck saves with advantage, please.
Oh, wow. That was a natural 20.
Starting with you, Tobias. What'd you get?
16. Was it deck save?
I'm gonna put mine in the chat. I have to run really quick. All right, I've got
20,
good aggro.
27.
27. So you'll take half of 38 points of slashing damage. Asborn, what'd you get?
Did I get
I got
a
a
heal on me?
17.
What? What fire?
Sorry. Did I get a heal off on me? Like,
Uh,
was I able to heal myself?
Sure, you can go ahead and do a heal real quick before this strike.
Can I use my dodge?
As your reaction, yes, you can, but I need another sleight of hand to maintain control.
Okay.
Asborn, what'd you get?
I got a 17, and
17.
I wouldn't be able to use my shield for this one, right? It's not AoE spell effect.
So 10. I got.
It's still a sizable effect, so I'm okay you using the shield.
Okay, so let me run that with advantage.
Well, you should have had advantage already.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I got 21 on that.
Okay.
Okay,
Just to
still
let you know,
17.
my one of my
17.
skills.
You will take the full 38 points of slashing damage. Come back to Samara later. Thyson, what'd you get?
22.
You take half of 38 points of slashing damage. Fire, what'd you get?
18.
You'll take 38 points of slashing damage. Mara, what'd you get?
31.
You will take half of 38 points of slashing damage. And I think Samara may have to make a con save when she gets back. Let me see. Yep, she will. So with that, the second wave of this round of attack is going to be the Undead Dragon. Now, for this, Thyson has the best opportunity of trying to turn it. Thyson, you want to cast Fireball at it when you see it?
Yeah.
What level would you like to cast it at? And do you have your homunculus ready with you as well?
Yeah, I do have my homunculus. You're right.
Fair enough.
Actually, these things are like undead, right?
They
Sorry,
look pretty
everyone.
Undead. Samara, you take 38 points of slashing damage. Make a 16 or higher con save to maintain concentration.
Oh, thank God. 18 plus 2, so 20.
Yep, you're good. You're maintaining concentration during the second round.
And how much damage was it?
38. The Undead Dragon is now making a dive. Thyson, you're in the best position to turn it back.
Kill it with fire. Not me, but with fire.
You chuck fire in its mouth.
I'm going
It gets a
to
hairball.
try.
Choke.
I'm going to have my homunculus go over by Samara,
Okay. He waddles over there rather quickly.
and he's going to cast Globe of Invulnerability.
Oh, thank God.
Nice. You
Seventh
watch
level.
as a sheen of energy appears around you, Samara.
Thank you.
She can't be put out of concentration with this, right?
No.
She can't be
Okay.
hit.
Can't get it.
So as soon as I see this, I'm going
Good,
to
because I'm down
move.
to 5.
I'm going to change.
There's like wounds and burn and acid marks on her.
But
And
I'm
she's like
still
breathing
concentrating.
heavily. And then suddenly
Now-
a gerbil wheel or a gerbil ball appears around you.
Heals won't go through that either, will they?
No, they won't.
Can I heal myself?
So. Mm-hmm.
As
Yeah.
long as it's not a concentration
It's
spell.
not
you can do
concentration, it's a touch.
it. Yep.
Yeah, then you're good.
Okay. I heal
Um,
myself on my next turn.
These
Oh,
are
and Tobias, the
made-
ship takes 31 points of damage as
Okay.
a portion of the swarm slams into the side of the hull, killing itself. What are you doing, Thyson?
I'm going
Yep,
to
I have to heal again.
take my
Sorry, go
hands
on.
up and like kind of like a praying motion, then kind of do a forward motion at the dragon,
Okay.
and it's like coming at us, right? Like coming.
Oh
at the
yeah, it's
ship.
coming right for the deck of the ship.
Undead magical construct. Dispel magic at 8th level.
You guys watch as the Undead Dragon is about to slam into the surface of the ship. Chunks of bone and visceral just kind of spray across the deck of the ship. The whole
Oh.
ship kind of like shifts to the right from the empty force of air that dissipated across
Yes.
it. That'll take us to the top of the third round.
Tyson, you did it!
Big brain.
You get
You
an extra
watch.
ration of rum.
You watch as a new creature leaps off the top of the tower, carrying a flamed whip and a massive longsword enwreathed with flame. Huge wings flapping behind it as the
can
insanity
I-
of a nightmare Balrog lifts itself up into the air and begins to descend towards the ship. Another tendril of the creatures are beginning to come towards the
Can I
ship.
heal again?
Yep, go for it.
Is it next round? Okay,
Yep,
I'm gonna
we're
do
on
mass
third.
cure wounds,
Okay. It'll affect everybody but Samara.
but Samara. Yeah.
Yep.
Hooray!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We hadn't done like one of these group combats like this for a while. It felt good timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another fissured
lovely.
crack appears in the side as the second
16,
sigil is shattered, leaving 4 sigils to go.
21, 16, 21, 29, 31, 34 plus 11. 11, right?
45.
45.
No, plus 14. No, plus 14. 31 plus 14, 45.
48.
48. No.
34
45.
plus 14 is 48.
30, did I say 31? I thought I said 30.
You said
Okay.
34. 34 plus
34 plus 14. 48. 48.
Okay.
48. Everyone gets 48. Sorry.
48.
That's all right. Postpartum brain will eventually work again.
It will. It's getting better.
It's getting
How about
better, even when I get
It's
hit
getting
with a
better.
stick.
You hit me with a stick?
All right, cool.
I've had thoughts.
All right.
Hey yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey,
So,
yo.
Asborn, you are now free to change your options as Thyson has created the invulnerability around Samara. Everybody else is kind of dedicated to their activity. Mara, what are you doing with your time as this next tendril of swarm is beginning to descend towards the ship?
Well,
And Tobias, I need another sleight of hand to maintain control, please.
I'm waiting for them
Okay.
to get within striking range.
Okay.
I'm going to be using Hold Monster on the big one.
30.
Okay.
I got 30.
Once again, the tight weave of the airship making itself maintain a close proximity to the tower. You could watch as these huge ravine-like fissures are opening up in the side of the tower with each successful rebuff of the creatures trying to reopen. There is now a pile of these creatures swarming, trying to get in to the now blocked Hellgate. The Balrog is floating and descending, but the tendril goes in to strike first. Mara, it's coming right. You watch as hundreds of these creatures kind of like come right across the surface of the ship.
I can hit him.
Yeah, if you want to try, go for it.
We'll do that. I forgot how to hit. I think that's 24. 24.
24, you slash into the swarm. You watch as dozens of them just wither and die on your blade.
Do I need to roll damage?
Nope, just keep going. If you're successful in hitting all your attacks, it'll help the others.
17.
17 will still hit.
That's my 2 attacks.
Yeah, just Asgard,
Oh
what
no,
do you...
that's right. I can do my offhand. We decided.
Yes, you can.
I will do my offhand.
Go for it.
That is a 21.
Okay, you successfully lower their effectiveness. Asborn, what are you doing?
I am going to try and use Hold Monster on the Balrog.
That's right. The Balrog is descending. What's the save on that?
It is. Let's see. I think it depends on what spell level I use it at. I'm gonna use it at 7th level.
Okay.
Oh no, that's for. It's just more of them. I'll just cast it at my lowest level, and it's a spell save Wisdom 16.
I rolled a 16 plus 2, so an 18, as it continues to fly down towards the ship.
Reaction to reroll.
Go ahead and reaction to reroll. That is a 13 plus 2, a 15. It will fail. It locks frozen with its wings in a flap motion, and you watch as it plummets 500 feet directly into the water. And there's a huge burst of steam that kind of gouts up. Everybody give me deck saves with advantage as the swarmed tendril comes across the ship.
Even me?
No, because you watch them kill themselves and bounce off the globe that you're surrounded by.
Oh my god, I love advantage so much. Holy
Is
shit.
this deck save?
Deck save. Tobias, the
That's
ship takes
21.
28 points of damage.
19. I got a 19.
Ship is
19
gonna
will-
die.
So
No, it's
19 will
not.
save. Take half of 28 points of slashing damage.
We are gonna
I'll take a
die.
fat
Oh,
zero.
Can I use my ability to dodge?
Uncanny dodge is a reaction. Yes, you can.
Okay,
But I need another sleight of hand check to maintain control of the ship.
no problem. That'll be a 21.
21. You still. This was a bit more of a struggle. It's getting harder for you to maintain control as this kind of combat continues to ensue. Asmore, what did you get for your deck save?
I got 21.
Half of 28 points of slashing damage.
I take 0 because of Shield Master.
Yep, Thyson. And I could say if you want, you could shift that over to Thyson now, as he seems to be kind of like in the center of the ship battling these huge creatures that appear each
I'll
round.
definitely do that then.
I got a
Okay.
non-natural 20.
Okay, so you will take half, but you take 0 because Asborn has given you Shield Master effect as well, and he's blocking the effect of these creatures.
God, you're
Fire,
so pretty.
what did you
know
get with
that?
your deck save?
Alex, you're so pretty.
Remember when
20
we thought about
as well.
taking off this?
Take half of 28 points of slashing damage. Mara,
14.
23.
take half of 28 points of slashing damage. So it'll be 14. We're now into round 4. You watch as 2 massive demonic creatures leap off the top of the obsidian tower. You could see huge auras of energy just ensconced around them as their leathery wings flap. They're massive in size and they begin to descend towards the ship. You watch as that tendril of swarms begin to reappear. You watch as the 4th glyph, or the 3rd glyph, cracks and shatters within the tower. The energy diminished. You're halfway through destroying this tower as the fissures begin to reach the 4th glyph. Tobias, sleight of hand to make sure the ship maintains its corkscrew-like pattern to avoid the other tendril
Yeah.
of swarms.
23.
That'll just barely make it. The new DC for next time is going to be 25. The other tendril of swarms cannot quite reach you as you maintain that tight proximity to the tower. The 2 huge demonic creatures are plummeting straight towards the ship as the tendril of other flying creatures are shooting for the ship yet again. So, Mara, go ahead and make your 3 attacks. This will affect the swarm when it hits the ship.
25.
Okay.
32
That'll hit. Okay. Keep going.
and 24.
You're good. Fire. Anything you want to do before the tendrils before the swarm slams into the ship?
Cast Spirit Guardians.
You bring up the radiant spirit guardians around you, and between you and Mara standing back to back, you actually manage to avoid any need to deal with these creatures. They swarm around you and into the ship, not touching either one of you. Thyson, as you hover behind the shield and feel the tendril swarm of these creatures bounce off the shield and off the ship, no damage is done to you as well. Tobias, you feel the swarm come into you. Give me a dex save, please, with advantage, because the swarm feels weakened this time. Not as effective.
So
And they're dying by the dozens on your globe of invulnerability. The
22.
swarm down below is mounting and mounting. Tobias, take half of 24 points of slashing damage. You
Half
take-
again?
yeah, I'll use my dodge again.
Okay, so
Done?
as a reaction, now you got to make another sleight of hand check to maintain control.
Okay. Oh, good. 19. Okay, let's see. Where's my sleight of hand? 19. So 29.
29, you maintain control as the DC was a 25. However, at the end of this fourth round, Dyson, these two demonic creatures hovering and about to crash into the ship. You can see huge, cold, arcane energy whirling around them as they bring their demonic hands up to cast these huge frozen ice spheres in the direction of the ship. Anything you want to do to prevent this?
Do something.
I've got it.
That's like I
When,
can see Tyson peeks over like
Dyson,
Asborn's shield.
do something.
Shut up, Tobias! I got this.
Do I see this?
Oh yeah, you can see this all going.
Can I-
all of you can see.
Can I
this going
cast
on.
counter spell?
No. I got it.
You got it.
No, Steve. The $1 Million Man says no. No.
I'm going to cast.
See, I knew at least one person would get it.
I'm going to cast at 5th level, targeting both
The
of the
old person.
demons. I'm going to cast Banishment.
At 5th level,
Yeah.
that's charisma, correct?
Yes.
They have disadvantage because 3 of the glyphs have been destroyed. I rolled a 19 and an 18 for one of them, and they have +1. So one of them rolls a dirty 20.
Disadvantage.
I'm sorry. One of plus
One
2.
rolls a 19. Oh, you said plus
Right.
1.
One was an 18, one was a 19, and they have +2 for charisma. So one was a
I
dirty
thought you said
20.
plus 1.
Yeah. The other one is an 11. So one of them shatters out of existence.
Reaction to make the other one reroll again because it's a
Okay.
new round.
I was just wait. Do you have it every round?
Yeah.
13 plus
That's
2,
busted.
15. The other one shatters out of existence, and you watch as they both dissipate.
Can you
You're
go
now-
get in the ball with Samara?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Damn.
run over, and before I go into the ball, though, I'm gonna cough up one of my arcane abeyance pearls, and I'm gonna
So
chuck it to
question,
Asborn.
is the globe of invulnerability concentration?
Yeah,
Okay, so the homunculus is concentrating on that.
yeah.
So, can you twin cast banishment and maintain concentration?
Yeah, I can, because I'm not the
Okay.
homunculus. The homunculus is the caster for his own spells.
Gotcha. But can he cast another concentration spell?
No, he can't.
Okay, so that means the globe is gone.
Why not? Why?
Can he manage 2 concentration spells?
What 2 concentration spells is he managing?
Globe of invulnerability and banishment? Those are both
I casted
concentration.
banishment. 5th level banishment targets 2 different creatures.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. That was the part I missed. My bad. So, with that, you're now concentrating, and you guys watch as Thyson disappears into the globe of invulnerability.
Before I do, though, I'm gonna
Yep.
make another 5th level banishment spell
Okay.
into an arcane abeyance pearl and chuck it at Asborn to catch.
Okay. Asborn, you've got another one of the pearl essence of spells that Thyson can control. We're now at the top of the 5th round. You watch.
Oh wait! Actually, before we end,
Okay.
because he doesn't need to concentrate on this, my homunculus is just gonna cast a 4th level fireball at one of the swarms.
Okay, that will help when it comes back again. And that swarm is getting weaker as long as Tobias can maintain the tight nature of the control around the column. The 5th glyph shatters as the fissure crawls up and up and up. There's now obsidian stone raining down into the crowd of creatures trying to push through this stone and earthen embankment that Samara has cast in front of the Hellgate. The tendril of obsidian stone is beginning to weaken and waver a bit as chunks of it fall off, smashing into the ship. The ship takes 48 points of hull damage from the
Oof.
effect. Tobias says, I need you to make a sleight of hand to keep it on course for the 6th round, as we are in the 6th and final round of maintaining concentration on the Hellgate.
Okay. I'm making this to maintain concentration, or is this my sleight of hand again?
This is your sleight of hand to maintain
Okay.
your steerage.
14, 14.
While Tobias does that, can I go down to
so
help him
20
now that I don't need to help Dyson anymore?
25.
Sure. So you make your way over to Tobias, Asborn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bringing your heavy shield over there as well. The rear of the ship almost clips part of the tower, but you manage to still maintain, as the DC was 25. And you bring the ship even tighter in, but now pieces of debris are beginning to fall onto the deck of the ship. Kind of like falling through the deck, landing nearby others, but harmlessly bouncing off the globe of invulnerability. You watch as there's this last desperate engorgement of the swarm. The entire sky empties as tens of thousands of these creatures swarm down towards the ship. There's this desperation in the arcane sense of what they're doing as they begin to plunge and kill themselves on the hull of the ship, and the entire surface of the ship is just filled with these creatures trying to slash into everybody, bouncing off the globe. I need everybody else to, you normally would have advantage, Tobias, with Asborn, but the volume of this assault means that you have a regular roll. Asborn, you have a regular roll as well. Samara and Thyson, you're protected in the globe. Fire and Mara, give me regular dex checks.
I got a 31.
21.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's not
19.
All right, so starting with Tobias, what'd you get?
I got a nat 20 for a 31.
31. Take half of 62 points of slashing damage.
And can I
No, the
use my
shield will
uncanny
do the
dodge?
9, right?
The shield will cut it in half again.
Okay.
So you can either take the damage and maintain the course, or
Yeah,
risk
I'll do that.
Okay, fair enough.
So half of what?
Quarter it. Quarter it.
So one at a time, guys. 61 total, halved because you made your save, so 30. Halve it again because you're behind the shield, so 15.
Okay.
Of slashing damage.
Okay.
Asborn, what'd you get?
I got 15.
Because you're protecting Tobias, you take 61 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Fire, what'd you get?
19.
You take 61 points of slashing damage from the swarm. Mara?
23.
You will take half of that. Swarm is overwhelming. The ship takes 100 points of damage.
Okay.
It was slashing damage, you said?
Correct. And the swarm is just coming over and across and over and across and over and across. And there's this moment when everything just hesitates and stalls. You watch as the creatures begin to dissipate. You watch as the cyclonic effect of the storm completely fades. And you're watching as the top of the tower, the last glyph, explodes. The obsidian shards jet up and out as the ship begins to get rained in huge chunks of these obsidian rubble.
Move away.
Tobias, give me... So, here's the thing. This ship is now very close to this raining debris around it.
Mm-hmm.
Dodge.
What do you want to do to try to minimize the amount of damage that's about to happen? The tower has been destroyed. The creatures and the cyclonic effect protecting this place gone. And down below, there's something strange happening to the creatures. Samara, you feel your concentration fade for a moment as you realize there's voices, there's people crying for help down below. They're no longer dissonant wails as the figures begin to turn back into humanoid individuals. and that causes you to kind of recoil briefly. You look through the globe, and you just watch as this huge chunk bounces off of it and onto the surface of the deck. You can see where Asborn is trying to keep the chunks from landing on Thyson. You can see Fire is struggling with the debris. Tobias, you're manning the helm. The full weight of the tower is now coming down on
Can
the
I do
ship.
a mass cure again?
Yeah, reaction. You do mass cure. Go ahead and roll for me. Tobias, what do you want to do to save the ship?
I'm going to just tell everybody, hang on. I'm doing an evasive maneuver, just diving away from the tower and diving toward the surface.
You reach over and grab onto one of the weighted drops. This would normally keep you weighted down onto the surface of a stanchion. You pull all the weighted bags, and you feel the entire airship just get pulled suddenly down, and you spin to hold it off to the left to get it as fast out as you can. Fire, go ahead. What'd you get? 36?
36. Everyone gets 36.
Sam, do you still have the gravity?
Tyson.
The gravity spell? You took it off? No. I took it off because you took it off. What?
You're muted, Samara.
No,
Samara,
that
you're
would have been
muted.
so sorry.
Go.
Dyson just told me to hit it with
Give
my
me a
maul.
sleight of hand check as you try to steer your way out of this.
All right.
Am I close
Here it
enough to get to
goes.
him to help?
Yes, with advantage.
I'm gonna dive over.
I got a 20, a dirty 20.
You have advantage because Mara's running over
Oh,
to help you. Mara, as you run over to help on the helms, give me a deck save.
24.
I'm gonna
24.
grab onto the ship so that I don't get, like tossed off.
Yeah,
I got
you feel a huge chunk of rock bounce off your shoulder for 22 points of bludgeoning damage, halved because you made your save.
I got a 24.
Oh, can I go
24.
into that globe of invulnerability?
I don't know. Can you? Is that doable, Tyson?
No.
It's just like Tiamat's tiny hut. You're all just like in there.
Yeah, he can enter.
Like a
going-
Twister game. You're all
I'm
just...
going to stick my staff like barely out of the globe,
Okay.
and then I'm going to cast just as many magic missiles as I can, targeting rubble to make it smaller.
Okay, I like that. You watch as a staff comes out of the globe, and as Fire, as you're watching this debris begin to fall on you, you watch as these magic missiles shoot out of the staff, emptying all the charges and beginning to explode the rubble. Tobias, you bring the ship, you disconnect the weighted levers, and now it's free once again. And as it just manages to get up and out of the immediate radius, one lone large rock crashes into the rear of the ship. You watch as the whole surface of the rear deck splinters, showers outward. You feel the cables disconnect from the dirigible from the backside of the ship, as the back of the ship is now dangerously listing below the center, as all of you feel the center of gravity shift and you're being pulled towards the center of the ship. The ship takes 162 points of damage, please.
You're trying to kill us, and you're killing the
Many
ship.
damage.
I need everyone to make deck saves or begin to slide down the deck.
Nine.
Samara, you are sliding out of the globe of invulnerability and down the now listing deck. Asborn, what'd you get?
I got a nat 20, 26.
Only
good roll of the
there's a
night.
first. You should yay for that one. Because you got a nat 20, you can see Samara sliding by you.
Gonna grab her.
Okay, give me a dex save, Samara, or dex check. Sorry.
So we
Another
went from... so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 rounds, right?
Well, yeah, you just wrapped up the 6th round as
Okay,
you.
6th round. So I just want to do this because it's going to be funny. 6.
Samara, what'd you get?
So here's the thing.
I love it when you start off.
I was
that
rolling
way.
really, really great. But my dex is a -1, and I just rolled a 1. So
Her hands easily pass right by you, Asborn, as
Can
she
I-
tumbles and goes flying off the surface of the ship and plummeting over the edge.
I'm gonna
I
can I
know
wild
word.
shape?
Can
Wild
I
shape.
dimension door?
No, wild. I
No,
can wild
she
shape.
can wild
you
shape.
wild shape.
You watch
Ah,
as you lose sight of
you're
her,
fine.
and then you watch as a large eagle comes out from the other side of the ship and begins to hover in the front of the ship.
Oh god, another enemy!
Fire! Anti-aircraft guns. No, I was kidding.
Tobias, what'd you get?
The
for your
eagle
deck
demon.
save?
What's that?
What'd you get for your deck save? Your deck save to stay on the ship or begin sliding backwards?
Oh, okay. I didn't know I was doing that one too. So I got a deck save. I got 21.
You're actually holding on to the helm's wheel, and that's it. Below your feet, that's gone. That's all been shattered and wrecked. And you're just holding on to the helm's wheel. Thyson,
Okay, so-
what'd you get for your deck save?
I got a 19.
19. You barely managed to just dig your hands into the deck of the ship, and you're staying with your homunculus
I'm
in the globe.
I'm holding, waiting to see if anyone fails their save.
Okay, Fire, what'd you get?
I got an 18.
An 18. You can see Fire nearby beginning to tumble backwards.
Okay, and then Mara.
23.
Mara, what'd you get?
23.
20. Yeah, you've got one of your arms anchored around one of the fractured railings, but you're holding on. You can hear cables ting, 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 kind of beginning to separate between the ship and the dirigible. What are you going to do, Thyson?
I'm gonna use my.
Well,
I'm out of the
Ma-
rerolls,
Samara-
but I have the. I
Samara
still have
could
the
catch
choose
me.
to.
Oh, I know what I could do. I could do something.
I see
Samara
Samara as an eagle.
Samara
I'm gonna
used
be
her
like,
Samara used her
Okay.
reaction to turn into an eagle. She would not
Just
get
to
to you
save
in
herself.
time.
I'm
okay.
going to use Convergent Future to make her succeed by choice.
Okay. She's tumbling by you, and then it's like reverse time. She tumbles back up. And you watch as she hooks her arm around a railing and she manages to hold on. This kind of out of control ship now is beginning to flounder. Half the deck is disconnected. More cables with the dirigible are coming undone. This thing is going to crash, Tobias. What do you want to do to try to mitigate the damage?
So just to let you guys know, in 36 seconds of combat, it took 381 points of damage. It has 75 hit points left. We're on a wreck.
That's about right.
I'm just gonna be like, I just take like one of like the flotation devices and like throw it overboard so that when we tumble into
I
the
have one
ocean,
of
I'll have
those.
something to hold on
Wait,
to.
I have one
What?
of those. I have one of those. I have one
Oh,
of
in your
those.
bag of
I
holding,
have-
you got a whole bunch of
in my
stuff.
bag of
from that.
holding, I have a whole bunch of stuff for the
I'm
I
going to
totally remember that.
I'm going to try to crash land it into the shallows of the island, like off the beach it on the island, basically. Use the water to cushion the blow. We'll probably jacked up a little bit, but it won't sink and be gone.
So, holding
Okay,
onto
I
the
pull
helm's wheel, you realize that maybe you have 2 or 3 moments to kind of organize the remaining steerage that you have. You leap over to a cable that's still attached to some of the elevators and ailerons, and you're kind of manipulating them as best as you can.
I'm
as
like
the
a puppet.
Yeah, and the
I wanna help
propulsion
too.
system is
I want to help
is-
too.
is failing at this point. The rest of you are clinging on to dear life, but you can see that Tobias is doing his best. Is there anything you want to try to do to help this crash landing kind of happen as softly as possible?
Is everyone
wanna-
within 30 feet of me? I'm like
I
in the
don't know.
middle of the ship, right?
Yeah, I would say you and so Samara is flying as an eagle.
Tomorrow's fine.
Thyson and Fire at the prow of the ship. You're in the middle of the ship. Tobias is at the helms of the ship. And I would say Mara's near you as well, near the midsection.
No, I ran up to help Tobias.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So you're now holding onto a fractured section of railing. Your feet are dangling over open space, and you're like near some of the cabling that's connected to the air system.
But all of them would be close enough. in 30
I think
feet.
so. I would think they'd
Yeah.
be close enough, with the exception of Samara, because she's flying kind of the perimeter of the vessel.
Okay. I'm going to prepare scatter And as soon as we enter 120 feet of ground level, I'm going to cast Scatter on all 5 of us and teleport us to the ground.
Nice. So with
Not
that,
me. I'm going down with my ship.
I
Okay,
don't think
make a
you have
wisdom
a
save.
choice.
No, he does have a
This
choice.
suicidal rat has arrived.
Not the
So-
Crimson Revenge.
Not
as more
again, not
cables,
again.
as more cables snap, as things are coming apart, railing are snapping, you get to that 120 foot. You're almost to that 120 foot level when the ship just comes apart. The deck, the cabling, the dirigible starts shooting off to the side. Now, Asborn, I need you to make a concentration save to pull this off.
Oh, okay.
I'm still holding
well,
onto the wheel.
While he's
I'll make
doing
a
that, I was
con
going to
save
say, am I
again.
close enough to try to like monkey climb to the wheel?
Sure, I'm okay with that. Give me acrobatics.
I just rolled a d20, right?
I'm holding on to the railing.
18.
Yep, you're currently making your way up some of the ropes, trying to get towards Tobias.
Just trying to like kind of turn.
The wheel doesn't work anymore.
Well, I'm trying.
You're like free spinning the wheel,
so
and
it
the
doesn't
ship's
have
going the
75 hit
complete
points
opposite
anymore?
way.
Okay, I got an 8.
You got an 8.
Yes.
As the ship comes apart and you pass that 120 foot point, I do need everyone to make deck saves unless Dyson, you have a reaction you want to do.
Blah, 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 blah.
I got plenty of scouters, guys. I got plenty of them.
Is this technically a new round?
We're not in rounds anymore. This is like the final outcome. She tried to concentrate well enough, but the ship came apart before the 120 foot level. So either everyone has to make deck saves to avoid taking damage from the debris around them, and then Asborn will execute Shatter or Scatter.
I'll do it again. I'm just going to Convergent Future again. Make Asborn succeed.
Okay, Asborn, as you lose focus on the spell, suddenly it makes sense. And poof, you cast the spell. All of you are on the beach, with the exception of Samara, who's up there circling. And since Asborn didn't really tell me where to put you, you all look up to see the debris of the ship beginning to fall down on you.
Yep.
I'm going to cast
Come
Scatter.
on.
I'm going to
Saw that
cast
coming.
Scatter again.
And as you look up, you're like, oh, fuck it. You cast Scatter again, moving everybody further out and away in different directions. All of you watch as the ship just slams into the beach and rocks and water, huge pieces of debris flying up in the air. And then you just watch as the casual bladder of the airbag system just kind of collapses on top. You watch as a small fire kind of breaks out. The last of the tower falls in the
Well, that
distance.
sucks.
Another ship down.
My baby! I start running over there. I'm
casting
splashing
lightning.
water on whatever's on fire. No! No! I only had this for 10 days. No! This can't be happening to me. Why? Why?
Tobias, you're going to hate me for this. I need you to make a dex save, please, as you do that.
Okay, no problem. I got a 26? 26.
Yeah, one of the charge canisters goes off directly in front of you. You guys just watch this smoking mouse get thrown backwards as you take 42 points of arcane damage, arcane
Oh my
force
God.
damage. There's fur is smoking as he lands on the ground.
Anyone
What
want
all is
toasted
around
rat?
us?
I'm gonna land and turn back into myself and
I'm
just
just going
say,
to lay
"Well,
there.
That
Am I
went
kind of in the
well."
water a little bit?
You're back up on the beach.
I'm just
Is
laying. I
he
just lay
still
there.
alive?
It looks like it. You tell me. Give me a medicine check.
24.
Are you still alive, Tobias?
Yeah. you can tell. You can tell that like I'm just in.
Morning.
Yeah,
He's
I'm in
comatose
total.
shock from seeing
No,
shit
like
explode.
you know, like when something so heinous happens that your just mind shuts off. That's what he looks like. He's just like in a coma, but with his eyes open.
Suddenly, Fire, you feel hands on your shoulders, and a very exhausted, ripped apart, piratey looking guy just hugs you. Just bear hugs you. That was a living hell. Thank you. Oh, and you realize you're now being surrounded by dozens of individuals that look kind of like starving,
I'm a germaphobe.
emaciated. Their
I'm
clothing
attempting
is
not to
tattered,
hiss at
and they're
them.
all kind of lingering around, confused.
Are they undead?
They don't appear to be undead,
I'm attempting not to hiss at them.
and they're beginning to crowd towards you in confusion. You gotta help us. We're starving. We've been here for so long. And some of them kind of collapse with exhaustion.
I will create food and water.
Okay.
We gotta slowly feed them. They're emaciated. we start a soup canteen.
Only take a
Get in
little bit,
line,
guys.
get
Only
in
take a little
line.
bit.
So the 24 or so that are collected here, you kind of manage to get them organized, and you go through the debris and kind of find things that might help a little bit. But for the most part, they're shell-shocked, exhausted, starving, confused.
Man, we had so much crap on that ship.
That's what it feels like to be undead for a couple days. Imagine doing it for years. Idiots.
I totally forgot you were undead for a bit.
He started off
Tobias is
undead.
still
Yeah.
PTSD on the beach.
I'm gonna go pick Tobias up, and then I'm gonna cuddle him and like pet his head.
I thought you were gonna start prepping him for the food.
There's like a sailor comes over as you pick up. Can I eat that? It looks dead. I'm very hungry.
No, he's not dead, and he's a dear friend.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna pet him on the head. Don't worry, the Githyanki are stupid. We can go steal another one.
We just gotta go back.
We just gotta go back to the ethereal plane. I can go steal another one for you, buddy.
He's
It's
totally
okay.
comatose with his eyes open.
When you look over at where the tower was, is it like completely?
It's
there's
gone.
nothing there.
It's shattered. The debris pieces lay like within hundreds of feet of the base of the tower. The cyclonic effect is gone. The storm effect is gone.
Can we see another tower in the distance?
Not from this vantage point. You don't see anything other than the kind of like rocky and jungle mixed outcroppings of Darktoe. You can see the shattered ruins remains of the Darktoe harbor. And
The thing that was coming out of the water, is that still there?
there's no sign of it.
I hope the Balrog's not alive.
No, the Balrog's probably not alive.
Samara, how many wild shapes do you get a day?
2.
There's so much for the Crimson Mouse.
What do you want me to do?
Well, I was going to go
split it
dive
in
under the water
half.
and investigate, but I feel like it probably shouldn't be a solo mission.
Oh my gosh,
I can
do
do it.
not go in the water and investigate and bring
my God,
back
going
a sea
into the
monster.
Yeah.
Can we
we all get
rest
PTSD
first?
as we hear this. Oh.
Well,
Can we rest
almost.
first?
You can rest. I am almost at full health.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, but you
I healed
won't
myself.
be if you get attacked by a sea monster.
I just want to make sure the little craggy finger thingy
They're
is
going
gone.
to come
That's
up
all-
behind
that's
you,
all I want to
and
know.
they're going to go, ow!
That's why I'm bringing a buddy
And
with
then
me. It'll be fine if we
you
go
and
with
your
a buddy.
twins
Mara,
are
Like I can
going
do
to be a
anything.
very,
As this
very
argument
good
is
snack.
going on, Mar, give me an insight check really quick.
Me?
Yep.
Ow!
Terrible insight. It's okay. What do I go?
That's true. You got involved. with-
11.
11?
She thinks it's a fantastic idea.
What you saw through the ethereal vision should have been where the obsidian tower was. But the obsidian tower looked very different than what your vision was. You get the feeling you might have been looking at the same thing, but in 2 different places.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
So we should look in the ethereal plane again.
Can you
not
give
in
me
your
the
brain.
seeing thing again?
I don't think I can today.
She needs to take a little nap.
I take nappy nap! I take nap now! I take a nappy nap!
I'm so sleepy. I'm so sleepy.
I can't. Well,
Okay.
I can't do it today. Well, if I have this spell, if it's a 6th level spell and I have a 7th level spell slot, even though it doesn't say that I can cast it at a higher level, can I cast it at a higher level and blow my 7th level spell slot?
You're allowed to, but it doesn't give you any benefit.
Right. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's one that I can cast as a ritual. Can I cast it? Can I take 10 and cast it on her?
I don't know. Can you?
I would like to take 10 and cast it on her. I have ritual caster.
Okay. 10 minutes goes by. The food is being parlayed out. Scraps and remains of the debris are being used to kind of like build shelter. As a steady stream and trickle of more refugees are making their way towards this part of the beach, Mara, you feel the spell conclude, and you now have that effect.
I look into the ethereal plane.
And as you look, there's no sign of that tower.
What about the electricity, the gates closing?
Nothing. It's just a kind of strange, dark calmness.
Awesome. I come back. Okay, I think we fixed it. It was like
Did
all
I see
calm.
when I split that dragon in half with my hands?
Pretty tight.
Yes, it was
Everything
very,
that was there is
very
gone.
dope.
I think
Poor Tobias.
I'm still petting him.
We can steal a bigger and better ship, Tobias.
That's what makes us.
That's what he's doing. He's just twitching. His eyes are twitching.
yeah.
So
I think we're good now, guys. We fixed
It's the beginnings of early evening. Little fires are coming into existence from the refugees that are gradually making their way in this direction. Confusion, hunger, pain. Not sure what to do, but they kind of fall back on their kind of survival skills. You guys begin to do a calculus at this point. Originally, you disappeared into the astral sea for about 4 months. You've been pretty much on the run and moving about the interior of Wildmont for probably roughly a month. So some of these individuals have been here some 5 months since the destruction of the harbor city. Some look worse than others. You also note that there are some that are wearing the tattered remains of Clovis Conclave and Zorhashian officer like attire and sailor attire. There's a mismatch of, you even recognize some of the Orcan figures that are kind of emaciated, that were part of the Orc fleet that participated. There's a semblance here, but it's one of variations of suffering as they just kind of fall into their kind of basic survival instincts of gathering up debris, trying to find food, organizing themselves, mending each other's wounds. Some are walking around with stubs on their arms from where arms had either been sheared off or sacrificed to whatever this magic was.
gross.
I'm gonna make more food and water for people.
I'm gonna start
Okay.
helping organize. I'm just gonna go around forming groups,
I'll be going around and healing whoever needs
helping
it.
them start fires and such,
Mhm.
laying out basic shelter.
Okay.
Is there
So we're
anyone...
on Dark Toe?
You're on the island of Darktoe, yeah.
Okay. What part of the island are we on versus what part was the city, the town, the
You are
Colony?
closest to the remains of the Darktoe harbor. The tower was in the harbor itself. You're now a
Okay.
half mile away from the ruins of the harbor city.
and we can see the harbor? Is there a big hole there at all?
Just debris and ruin and shattered obsidian stone, and it's just a giant mess.
Okay. And this is day 9 or day 10?
This was on your 10th day that this occurred since you left the Sinclair estate.
Can I, is there anybody that I recognize and actually, know that maybe I've, served on a ship with, or, a friend of a friend?
Give me an investigation check as you begin to look through the crowds of people.
18?
Yeah, I mean, looking. There is maybe one sailor that you recognize, the one that you saved down on the beach when you guys initially made your.
Wait, that was Pavu, wasn't it?
No, Pavu was the
Plank King.
was the plank king.
Right. Wasn't he
His
the dude
head
that we
was being
saved
carried
on the...
by Shulamon.
I
He's
know,
gone.
Yeah, he's dead.
Isn't he the one that stole our ship and the one that we saved on that beach and stole our ship?
Originally, he had changed himself. You're looking at the individual that was that
Of the person that he looked like?
maybe, but that's the only one that looks familiar to you, Mara. And he seems to be sitting on a stone, gently sipping at a ceramic bowl of soup that has been hastily put together.
But I don't, other than fake Parvu, I don't actually know him. Like, he and I haven't, like...
Don't know. All I'm saying is he looks exactly like the old sailor that you saved from drowning. That's exactly what he looks like.
Okay. Do you want to go up and talk to him?
I'm trying to think, like, what could we ask him that would be, like...
What's your name?
Test
Well, you look
to see
familiar.
Who he is.
Hey, you look familiar. Do I know you?
Pavu could have just stolen this guy's identity just to get us on board his ship.
Right, that's what I'm trying to, like, figure out.
I
like,
mean,
but is it still
pirates.
Pavu again? Like...
Pirates, they're not against identity theft.
Sure.
Guys,
Different
identity
kind of pirates,
theft
but
is a crime.
Yeah, so you could just go up and say, hey, do I know you? You look familiar.
who's doing that?
Well, Mara's the one that saw him. I don't know.
Because
Did I-
she's
did I
off
know-
into the crowd and she's kind of far
I'm
from the
helping
main campsite at this
feed
point.
I would have gone back and found... So, Fire's making food. Samara, what are you doing?
Like healing, wandering around, helping wherever I can.
I would have grabbed you.
Okay.
And been like, look who it is. It's not the fake part. I don't know. Is it the real him?
I don't know.
Should we
Did you ask him?
I don't know. I'm
I
not,
don't-
I'm
you
not
totally,
good
like,
with the
have a crush on
interpersonal
him. Go ask him.
communication. It's not.
Give him a
It's not my
note.
thing.
Tell him I like him.
I'm
You
trying
guys
to
are so
think
high
I
school
have
right
this.
now. He's just sitting there by the fire, sipping at the soup.
Should we go talk to him?
I'm trying to see if I have any. I have nothing that would help figure out whether he's telling the truth or not. So I'm not going to be very helpful, but I can go with you.
Wait, do I have something?
I'm not good at the talking to the people.
Asborn is.
Hello, I'm Asborn. Hello.
True. Let's go find Asborn.
I'm
Asborn,
I'm making a killer stalk right now.
come here.
You should see me. I got the whole trifecta.
She found one of the empty arcane containers. She's got it inverted. It's filled with like calamari and fish that died from the impact of the vessel. And she's just stirring it, and there's like surrounded by these sailors with bowls in their hand, and she's just going on about this recipe that she's known about for years. As the
I'm a
two of
world famous cook. You wouldn't know. It's like low key. Don't worry.
So you want to come with us?
Oh yeah, I'll come with you guys. I tell them to hand out.
I'll
the
watch
soup
your. I'll watch your cooking.
You
I'll
want?
watch.
You,
I'll make
you'll
sure
watch
your
the
broth
soup.
doesn't boil.
I'll watch. I'll make sure your broth doesn't boil over.
Alright, I'll go with them.
So the three of you begin to make your way back, and as you get closer, both Samara and Asborn, you recognize him. There's maybe one or two other sailors on either side of him, and he's just staring at the fire and drinking from a bowl of soup. Looks just like the guy you pulled out of the water drowning when you first made your first appearance in Dark Toe.
I'm gonna sit down next to him and act like old friends and put my arm around him.
As you do that, I would appreciate you not saying anything. I recognized you the minute that I saw you. As you recognize Pavu's voice.
Ha! I'm sorry.
You're not here.
You're not there.
I'm not there.
Into my ear, right?
Yeah, like very much like pretending to drink and whisper into your ear at the same time.
I'm going to slyly lean in and whisper back to him. What would you do to buy my silence? Can I trust that you won't sabotage us?
Wait.
Well.
That's just too dirty for me.
Give me either intimidation or persuasion.
I'm not gonna intimidate him. I'm a persuader. I have a plus 13.
Yeah,
That is
I'm
impressive.
thinking persuasion.
I rolled a 9 though. It's okay.
Well, I mean,
Cool.
that's still a
23
is
22.
not bad.
Oh my
What'd you
god,
get?
Jason.
Intimidation?
You and that beard.
22.
I am actually.
Oh my god, Jason. Stop. That beard. Oh my
Santa
god.
Claus. Santa Claus. Is that you, Santa Claus?
Oh my
What
god.
are you doing?
Oh my god. Oh
So
my
with
god.
that, you kind of get his attention, and he grabs you by the arm, Asborn, picks you up to your feet, and begins to briskly walk you back to where Samara and Mara are kind of staring at you. Samara and Mara, you're watching as a feeble old man has managed to just kind of take control of Asborn, is now walking quite,
Ooh,
and he kind of like
strong.
stops just short of the two of you and goes, "All right, you've got my gratitude for sure, but can we maybe speak in private before we go down this particular rabbit hole, if you don't mind?"
That's exactly what
close
I was
enough to
hoping
me?
for.
Are they close enough to me for me to see now? Or hear?
No, you, Thyson, and Tobias are over towards the
Farther off.
center of the campfire.
Can't
I
fight.
was, I
They
was
started
hoping to
brawling.
gain some information. I was hoping you were the one to give it to us.
Well, I had more than one trick up my sleeve. Did it ever occur to you that the magic in this place wasn't working?
No, I don't do the magics. So, This place is
I
magic?
barely do magics, and my magics work fine.
And you watch as he gets like a sly look on his face, and he pulls something out from underneath his shirt as you recognize the shifting stone that originally Shulamon thought that he had taken. I didn't live this long without a few tricks
wait,
up my
this,
sleeve.
that's not the stone that he hit with the hammer, is it?
Nope.
No.
He hit something else with the
Wait, have
hammer.
we seen this stone before?
It looks identical to the one that Shulamon struck.
And
Oh,
that
it does look like the thing that he hit with the hammer.
It looks identical, but clearly it's not the right one.
and that chopped off head was not your own head, I
What is
assume.
happening? I'm so confused.
You're not there, Thyson. You're not there, Thyson. Bring him
I'm
back
gonna
to
grab.
camp.
I'm gonna grab him by the shirt.
Oh well, we're not there. Oh,
Hate magic.
Bring him
I'm
back
gonna
to
grab him
camp.
by the shirt and I'm gonna say, "Where did you get that?
It's mine. It belongs to me.
Where?"
I got it from a vault in a place called Vasselheim. It's called the Cobalt Vault.
Yeah, I think if you took it out of a vault, it doesn't really belong to you.
Well, of course it does.
Pirate.
So
Pirate moment.
what happened here for like the last 5 months?
Well, needless to say, when Shulamon brought that hammer down on the false stone, he created what he thought was some pocket that he was trying to manipulate and bring something into the world. Well, unfortunately, that stone he destroyed and then created the void. Well, it didn't exactly do what I think he thought it was going to do.
So what does this stone do?
Well, this one allows you to travel in between planes of existence. The one that he struck merely turns into sparkles and lights when you hit it. The invocation of his magic nearly worked, but it was never going to succeed.
So then what was all the undead zombie gate hellfire nonsense?
That was his magic trying to undo things. But he didn't destroy the right trinket, as you might say. So
is Shulamon here? Is he around?
I don't know. Haven't
Right.
seen him for some 5 months, if you get my meaning.
Yeah. Were you conscious that whole time? Like, were you aware of what was going on?
Yes. Unfortunately, we were cursed. Unable to respond in our normal way. we were doomed to wander about until it was our turn to approach the Hellgate.
Do you know what was trying to get out?
No,
I'm doing
whatever it
without
is.
a fucking ship.
It was big enough to be larger than this island, that's for sure.
For sure. Yeah, that's not
I
good.
think that you should give us that stone for safekeeping, because if you had been pulled into the Hellgate, who knows what could have happened. But we can put it somewhere
give me
safe.
persuasion, Samara.
Persuasion
Bada bing, bada boom. It sounds kind of
or
good.
intimidation. Can I intimidate him instead?
Yeah,
I'm not
either
very
one. Yeah,
persuasive.
you could use either one.
Okay.
Can I grab him from behind to help Samara out?
You could do it with advantage.
With advantage? Okay.
I
so
think you should give us
intimidation.
Stone.
18.
18. Well, there's no reason to get rough, girl. After seeing what you and your friends did, I can't imagine a better group to be in charge of this cursed thing. And he hands it over to you directly. Samara, you feel the small stone kind of land in your hand. And that is where we're going to finish tonight. When we come back next week, we'll see if the siege has begun. Where did Shulamon go? What can we do with the stone? Knowing Tobias, let's go get another ship and piss off the Githyanki. He's going to do that thing in like Firefly when he shows up with the Githyanki ship to take on the massive hordes of Shulamon's army, and right behind him is all the Githyanki armies chasing him down.
That would be awesome.
He's going to be in a coma till he gets a ship. So
You have to place his hands on the wheel, and then
Yeah.
he like reawakens.
it's your
Little,
ship.
we can
It's your
carry
ship,
you.
Tobias,
It's
and he'll
fine.
go, oh.
All right, everybody. Thank
back,
you,
guys.
for
He puts
hanging out
on his
with us
hat.
tonight. Needless to say, we try not to go over too much on Monday and Tuesdays right now because I've got a tired mom
And a baby.
and a brand new baby.
And
that
the
needs-
baby.
Plus, I got to work tomorrow.
baby.
I've got my pay-to-play table tomorrow. But hey, everything you need to know about us is down below. Come check us out. Come hang out in our Discord. Follow us on Twitch. Help us get to that magic 500 number. Head on over to Twitter to get all the information about TTRPG Academy. And as I always say, be kind, stay safe, and play a game. It's good for your health. I promise you, you will not regret it. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night. Night, everybody.
Did we level
Good.
up?
Good game.
Did we
I
know?
don't think so.
Yeah, we're 20th level now.
No, that was
Level
definitely
up.
not a milestone.
Yeah, that. Okay. That's it.
Milestone.
Really
Moves
should have been a
another shape.
milestone.
Tobias is now in a coma.
We'll
You
get
didn't
you
wake up
another
at all?
ship.
Huh?
You didn't wake up at all?
No.
I'm gonna waft
in a
food under
sadness
your
coma.
face.
Oh my
No,
god.
he's
Is that poor
he's
Chris?
got extreme PTSD and he's in a non-ship coma.